asking in that lyrics. It simply tells us that prayer really works. Once you put your mind to it, add few words to it, to that creator up there, definitely that will come to pass. It's how we choose to welcome you on board to today's edition of the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe on yours truly, WoezorTV. My name is Randy Ahaje. It's a very cozy Tuesday morning, and of course very terrified this morning to be here to serve you the best of breakfast on TV. We are airborne from now to somewhere around 10 a.m. where we finally land and make way for other programs to come your way. It's been raining all day yesterday, and hopefully today some parts of the country again will record some rain showers. We'll get to that and take a look at how the temperature will fare this morning. But I encourage you to join the conversation on all our social media platforms. Feel free to drop your messages under any of the live broadcasts, and then we'll read them out loud and clear. You can also send us a text via WhatsApp number 055-269-7939. Please remember to share the link as well. You know, be only the Christian ones or the prayer ones that you share. Share the link on social media as well. Let the world get to watch what we do right here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Today, a lot of issues for us to tackle. Some good news. I think that Ghanaians ought to celebrate this milestone, right? Finally, e-visas will start working here in Ghana. What does that really mean? It's a conversation that we'll be having. The president launched that as well. There is a lot of, talking points on that. We'll concentrate much more on the security features and the security aspects of the e-visas, what it means and what we need to know as a people. It's a conversation, as I mentioned, we'll be having right here. So brace up for it as well. We have something for you in health. Yes, in the health sector, there is a conversation that we should be taking a look at as well. So brace up for that one also. In the world of sports, yes, gradually the season is coming to an end. At the major level, as far as the other leagues are concerned, they have officially ended. But build up to the World Cup is ongoing. Teams are preparing feverishly for that crucial encounter that starts in June. Godfrey definitely will come your way with all the updates in the world of sports. And what is happening to our Ghana Premier League? Issues of match fixing here and there. Well, maybe the sportsman will give us the details if there are any sanctions or if the FA is taking any interest in any of those cases. Well, we'll wait to see what the stories will be like this morning. But later, Evergreen Asantua, WoezorTV's finest, will be on with e-update. Again, Dr. Likey and his charges were outside the shores of Ghana. A lot of fallout from that comedy show. And then indeed, hopefully Asantua will bring us all the updates on that particular one as well. But let's start off with our motivation for the morning. It's a very popular one. We've done it before. I'm just going to run through it again. It's taken from Thomas Sankara. And Thomas Sankara says, you cannot carry out fundamental change without a certain amount of madness. In this case, it comes from non-conformity, the courage to turn your back on the old formula, the courage to invent the future. Keep it on. It says that you cannot carry out fundamental change without a certain amount of madness. It means that, look, you can't continue doing the same things over and over and over again and expect any different results. You need to go beyond the limit. You need to fly over the hurdle. You need to be crazy about that thing to effect that change. You can't always conform to what the norms are. Sometimes you need to break barriers. You need to break the borders. You need to break the things surrounding you, preventing you from changing that narrative. The only way you can change that narrative is to go beyond the barriers. The only way you can become great is to continue to do the best things in different ways. You can't continue to do it the same way and expect changes. You need to work out hard for it. You don't need to conform to the norms, that this is how we do it all the time. You are doing it like that for 20 years, 30 years. Nothing seems to change. Break that conformity. Go beyond it. Be crazy about it. Be mad about it. Work hard towards it. For a fact that 6 a.m. you need to report signing in. It's not changing. The result is not coming. Break it. Break that protocol. Be crazy about it. Let them point out to you that yes, you are the mad person among the group. But ensure that that result is achieved as well. And basically, that's what Thomas Sankara seems to say in that particular motivation. So be crazy about it. Be that change that the people want or the world wants to see. And that's how I chose to welcome you. But how is the weather looking at this morning? As I intimated earlier, there seem not to be any signs of rain showers this morning, especially here in Accra, but other parts of the country, hopefully there will be some showers later in the day. But currently the temperature is hovering around 26 degrees Celsius. As it stands now, the weather temperature is 26 degrees Celsius, likely to rise later in the day. But we may not experience that heat that hot temperature we experienced some days back. It's still going to be cozy out there, but please, you still need to stay out of trouble, stay safe as you move out here and there. I always caution you that yes, they mentioned to us that the rains will come with strong winds, so please, if it comes wherever you are, find a very good and a safe place, hide yourself and be protected, and remember to drink a lot of water. Let me also use this opportunity again to caution our drivers who are applying the various roads. Please, we beg you in the name of God, in the name of whatever you believe in, please remember that the lives of the innocent 12, 10, 15, 20 people on board this morning are in your hands. You can't dwell with that. Even you are included. So be very careful on the roads. Extra vigilance is necessary. Extra caution is necessary. Adhere to all the protocols, all the rules, all the regulations guiding our road usage so that we can stay safe and record no incidents this time around. It's raining. The roads are very slippery. Please, a break. It can tear at any time. So we beg you, be very careful as you ply the roads this morning. Let's go and come back in peace, not in pieces. Let's take a breather. When we return, I'll introduce my co-hosts, and of course, we start serving the best of breakfast on TV. My name is Randy Ahaji.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad, even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
Your flight is ready to leave.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the flight.
we can be the generation that ends it for good.
Malaria must die, so millions can live.
Only a father can understand. Only a husband can understand. Only a man can understand. Prostate cancer. It's about more than fear of cancer. It's about fear of losing urinary control and sexual function. That's why more men turn to Jackson South for robotic surgery than anywhere else in South Florida. Get the facts at jacksonprostatefacts.org. Miracles made daily.
Well, not too long ago, the great President John Mahama went to the United Nations and spoke for my people of Jamaica and the Caribbean and the Americas. And you said, we are not looking a handout, but recognition of what took place in the transatlantic slave trade. I thank you, my president. I am a child who suffer from this. Chains on my feet, whip in the hand. And tonight I sing a song to go along with your mission of reparations. Not a handout, but to acknowledge. But we're gonna do it not just reggae style, we're gonna do it high life. A high life remix by me, Graham Smargan of Morgan Heritage. Oh, President Mahama, I thank you for saying what you said at the United Nations. Reparations, justice must come. Africa and the Caribbean as one. Zimbabwe, not charity, but exposing them both. Now a new day of justice is born. Across the ocean, torn from the land. Chains on my feet, whip in the hand. But your light carried us through the storms. Now a new day of justice is born. Reparations, justice must come, yeah. Africa and the Caribbean as one. Not charity, but exposing them both. Now a new day of justice is born. Reparations, justice must come. Africa and the Caribbean as one. Not charity, but exposing them both. Now a new day of justice is born. Africa crying out loud. Now a new day of justice is born. Mahama, I give you strength. From Ghana to Zimbabwe, we thank you for holding the way. We say, Mahama, justice must come. Africa and the Caribbean as one. I say from Jamaica right to Accra. Now a new day of justice is born. Play it, Lord. Across the ocean, I was torn from the land. There was chains on my feet, whip in the hand. But your light carried us through the storms. Now a new day of justice is born. Bahama, Africa, and the Caribbean as one. Now a new day of justice is born. Papa Mahama, Africa is crying out. Now a new day of justice is born. I love you. Much love from Jamaica. Ooh yeah. We say Mahama, justice must come. Now a new day of justice is born. We say Mahama, justice must come, yeah. Now a new day of justice is born.
All right, so welcome back. Many thanks for still staying with us right here on WoezorTV. This is the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. The team is ready to serve you the best of breakfast. Right here with me is Karim and also Karen. Good morning, Oyo. Good morning. You're sparkling. Your alawa drop. Do you still enjoy alawa?
They do.
No, am I saying alawa? No. Your friend said, you cry, you are not doing your this thing. No.
I'm not doing my
I don't want to put it out, but it's on record. After 5 years, if you are in that space, I'll use it against you, pay.
That's... I did.
Hey, when?
Last year.
At where?
Weezer. I did, shit.
Oh, really?
Me, my records are clean. Oh.
Okay, like, so what did you do with your cloth?
They didn't give me.
Oh, you guys don't take cloth?
I didn't go and take it.
Okay, somebody asked me yesterday, what's up with the cloth?
I didn't go and take it.
Okay, we'll use it for church. Yeah, we're going to do Thanksgiving.
How can you wear that one to church?
So why did they even, why do you even buy that?
So you take it to work.
Which work? Then you do what?
This one.
Then you do what?
And you wait.
Then what?
Then when it's done, it's done. You throw it somewhere.
Somebody's taking our money to chop like that. Chaleba, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Great. Did it rain at your place? Accra is flooded.
Bro, it's not a joke.
Accra is flooded.
It's not a joke, and
we have a long way to go.
A very long way.
And this is why I welcome Karim myself. Karim, good morning.
Bro, good morning.
How are you doing?
Well, we did like we know there.
Good to have you.
I'll be enjoyment for your side.
We did manage.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, we did manage.
Why you wear black today? Who die?
Oh no, but they say black is not for funeral.
Ah, okay.
Black. I think it has a different meaning though. Black is not for funeral or burial.
If you say so.
Yeah. But Karim, that is it. I mean, talking about floods, and this is my concern. That we have spoken about it over and over again, but it seems nobody seems to care about it. I watched the video again yesterday. No, I think the Alajo got
nobody from whose side? From the side of leadership?
No, forget leadership.
From the side of
this one, it is
from
us.
The side of citizens.
It is us, the citizens.
Okay.
Some of us are just silly. Okay. Some of us know they use one Kwamiche. You know why? I don't know if you saw that video, but I saw a video. I watched the video that Alajo.
The woman with the blue container.
Yeah, that's a girl, not even a woman.
Yeah.
A girl.
Yeah.
She decided to just what if she mistakenly sleeps and falls into the gutter?
She'll die and won't find her to bury.
Then we say Satan.
No, it's not Satan. It's God.
Oh no, God cannot punish her.
No, it's not Satan. It's God.
But did you watch the video?
I saw it.
What came to mind?
I saw it.
What came to
the
mind?
Same thing we were thinking about. That if she had just fallen inside that thing, what would happen? What would have been her explanation? So honestly, that was the first thing that came to mind. That this is why if you are then the water will just sweep you in, or will just pull you in. Then what happens to you? then this one she will die and won't find her to bury. Yes, that's what would have happened. You know, it's unfortunate, and I saw beyond the video. I mean, after the video, as part of comments, some comments that were underneath the video, one of the things I saw was someone who put there was some sort of a photo. I think I should still have it. I think I had it saved, and maybe I can possibly push it to MCR Good. It says what you do, what you cause, and what you complain about. Right? So what we do is that we litter. When you drink water, you throw the sachet away. When you gather your refuse at home, you throw it away. You throw it in the gutters and all of that. That's what we do as people. What we cause is that we cause our waterways to choke. In fact, as part of what we do, we build in waterways. Those are part of the things that we do we should not be doing. And we cause our water, the waterways to choke. Our gutters are choked and all of that. So the water doesn't find place to pass. Then we complain about flooding. We complain that whenever it rains, our city floods, our communities flood, our homes flood. We complain about it every day. But you see, it is not the fault of the government that your houses are flooding. I've seen some people starting to, do a lot of propaganda saying that, the anti-flood task force that was created. People are saying that there is an anti-flood task force that takes money every now and then, and yet the city is still flooding. But my point is that, you see, you can force a donkey to the riverside, but you cannot force the donkey to drink. The anti-flood task force can do all of the work that they have to do to ensure that when it rains, our communities and our city does not flood. But at the end of the day, it's due to human stupidity. And pardon my French, if due to human foolishness, pardon my French once again, and if due to human negligence, we litter our communities, we fill our gutters with filth and trash, and it rains and the gutters are choked and the water cannot find places to pass through. We build in waterways and the water is unable to find a place to move, and our houses start flooding. Why do we come back to blame the government? What has the government done? The government has done absolutely no wrong. And so it is ultimately our fault as citizens that we experience the flood that we experience, especially in Accra. Look, yesterday I was driving through, through Cantonment. Okay. And I realized that the water would move in the gutter. Then at some point where there is like a junction, they'll usually cover it.
Yeah.
So that underneath is choked. So the water is unable to pass under.
So it spreads over.
It spills over now onto the road. And all of these things. So aside from the citizens and their filthy nature, it now brings me to ask the questions of what really are our assemblies doing? Beyond the citizens being dirty people and, pardon my French, using their stupidity to dirty the country and fill the country with filth. Our assemblies really, what are they doing? How are we distilting these gutters?
But the silly citizens you are talking about, they are the ones working at assembly.
Granted, so that's what I'm saying. So how are we distilting? Today, as we speak, NADMO has decided to take some assemblies on. Why? Because NADMO claims that they had gone to do some demolitions in some places. And about 3 months ago, they had cleared all those places of anything. These are waterways, Ramsar sites. Would you believe that within 3 months, people have put up buildings on those lands again? And so NADMO is asking that, how did those people get permits? And why are the assemblies sitting aloof and allowing these constructions to happen? I mean, so every day I just keep asking myself, what kind of country at all do we live in? That people do not care. That is all about money for people. That is all about their selfish interests. That is all about their parochial interests. I mean, why?
Have you ever seen any building being pulled down? Buildings that they usually write stop work, produce permits. Have you ever seen such buildings pulled down?
For the where?
I have never seen.
Because at the end of the day,
I have never seen.
And it is just a formality.
Yeah, I have never seen.
Let me tell you what happens. When the task force comes and they come and write those things, and the first they do might pick your wheelbarrows and your pickaxes and what have you and take it away. All they are looking for is money.
Kudibabu.
Yeah.
Give them money, they'll give you back your tools, and they will leave that produce permit thing on the wall like that. And that is it. That is the kind of country we are living in.
Okay. How about this? Finding solutions. So like the assemblies, you've asked questions. There is a leader, there is a head in that assembly. Can we start holding the leader of the assembly responsible?
We must start sacking people.
Exactly the point. So let's say we find out that houses have been built on unauthorized places or lands, it should come with some punishment.
That's what I'm
Who
saying
gave the permit?
That's what I'm saying. That you see,
Do they always go for permit?
No, so that is it. That is where you have the right to pull that building down.
We must start sacking people. But you see, beyond just sacking people, we must start jailing people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
No, you see, because you are causing harm to lives. We must start jailing people. That's what I think. That if somebody dies as a result of flood, within the enclave that you find yourself as an assembly member, or as a DC, or as whatever, you see, we'll pick you up and charge you for manslaughter. Look, Charlie, we must charge you for manslaughter because it is as a result of your negligence that people have died. You know, in our part of the world, we leave a lot of things.
Yeah.
From Anyami. See, like those involved in my accident on the motor, and the way they had left the sand on the road, no warning signs, no road diversion signs, nothing. If we were abroad, I could have gone ahead to sue the contractor, and sue the assembly, and sue the government, and asked to be compensated. But you know, when I decided I was going to do that, they're like, oh, from Anyami.
Oh, but we too, our loss permits that to happen. But you are looking at Nyami.
Yeah, and I says, oh, from Anyami. I think that when people start suing, when people start, you know, start putting fire under people's AE. Yeah, so
I am also thinking about something, guys.
Okay.
What role do these guys play? Those guys, what's their name? The unit committee members, the assembly men and women, because these apartments or whatever buildings are done in their areas, in the local. I mean, the community. Are we saying that these unit committee members don't see this building spring up?
They do, but is it in their part?
And that's what I'm asking. Like, what role? What do they do? Can they raise an alarm?
Perhaps.
Yes. So if you don't have a permit and you are building on waterways, the assembly has every right to pull it down.
But
punish
again,
you.
a unit committee member can't come to you and ask you, show me your permits.
No, so report. So I'm saying, if let's say here, Archer Road, right? So I have decided to build on the waterway. Whoever is the assemblyman in this area should be the first point of call. Like, he should be the one to see any new building spring up in my the area. So he should know that but this place is a waterway because he has lived in that area for so long. So he knows where the waterways are, where the normal and that stuff is. When you realize that, I'm not saying go and confront the people and fight them, but you can raise an alarm because trust me, the assembly, what's the name? The DC or the MC may not necessarily be at that level to see. But when you are able to raise this alarm, maybe when you go to your meetings, your however they call them, you can talk about this. Then it gets to the DC or the MC, and that is where they take it up. But when you keep quiet as a spectator, you don't say anything about it, then maybe the MC or the DC, and mind you, there are some districts that are scattered around. I'll give you a typical example. You go to Whole West, for instance, because I'm so much, I mean, I know them more than most of the parts here. The district capital is very far away. That is where the DC is or the MC lives. And you're talking about a town called Abutia Kule or Abutia something inside Accra interior. The DC, of course, might not necessarily be there all throughout to see these things. But there is a unit committee member in that community who can raise an alarm when things are going bad. There is an assemblyman who is at the local level who can speak about this. So if those guys are quiet on it, of course, the top will also be quiet because they may not know about it.
True.
So it starts from the ground. And that's what I'm asking, what role do they even play? Is it just about having the name unit committee member or assemblyman and that's it? And when there is, I mean, they give them the 1K, Karim.
And I big government say that they pay.
Then they take the 1K. So they need to work.
As you know, they complain.
Then they give them motorbikes too. So they need to work. You need to move around the communities and take a look at it because it's getting bad. And they say we keep talking about just Accra. This flood issue is going beyond Accra. There are other cities that are recording flood issues and nobody's talking about them. The reason Accra is finding these challenges, we already know. The attitude of citizens. That's one. Two, let me put it this way, the nonchalant attitude of some of these authorities, like men in authority. They don't really care. They don't mind what really goes on. It is happening across some other big cities as well. Gradually, it's creeping in. People are building on waterways. People are throwing rubbish and whatever in gutters, in drains, and here and there. It chokes up and flood comes. Look, I want to even say that maybe government should stop worrying its head over some of these things. Because we need money to build roads, we need money to build schools, we need money to build hospitals. We can't continue funding projects or things that we go do them cause trouble for ourselves, then we expect government to come and fund it. Don't throw rubbish in this gutter. You are doing it. And flood comes, you say you're buying boy.
You know, the sad thing is that, or the annoying thing, if you want to put it, is that the very people who engage in these acts that eventually end up putting a huge burden on the Ghanaian, financial situation, okay? Puts huge financial burden on the government are the people who don't even pay taxes.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can go and look at the lady who threw those things inside the water yesterday. Onto your tax.
Yeah.
You and the business be on the side onto your tax. Where's that if you cry now was a illegal connection account. Just say
Banika as environment
so you just don't get it.
Why?
You don't get it. You are trying to how do we think? What kind of country are we developing? What kind of country are we building? Charlie, these things, I'm tired of talking about them. I'm really tired of talking about it. Because I can remember, as far as I'm concerned, in the last 10 years, these conversations, I've talked about it. So I don't even know what again I have to say about it.
Well,
see, we must do better.
What happened to the Operation Clean Your Frontage? It's also another thing I think we ought to take seriously, because nobody is ever going to do it for you. If your frontage is choked, there is filth in the gutter sitting right in front of you. I won't come out. I believe can't clear your gutter for you. That will not happen. You need to do it yourself. There are 5 of you sharing what's the name? A shop by the roadside. Are we saying that the 5 of you cannot just put yourselves together on a Saturday morning? Not even a Saturday morning.
They can't.
It's your office.
They won't.
Get some shovel, pickers, scoop that thing from the gutter and allow the water to pass.
They won't.
How do you feel when you see the rains coming? Then you realize that yes, the water in the gutter will spill over, get into your shop, take everything from the shop and leave you hanging. How do you feel? How do you want to react to it?
You say it's
well, it is common sense that you need to just desilt that gutter.
They won't do.
Government has to do it.
No, government is tired. Government is too busy doing other things. So people need hospitals.
Because they know maybe a customer will come and see why is the gutter choked. They know they will cover it. They will go buy Wawa board to cover it.
And
they'll be there inhaling the stench and everything that comes from it.
And now that the rains are in, there is a health hazard we need to watch. Cholera. Health others are battling Ebola, antivirus,
typhoid,
blah blah blah. Yes, cholera, typhoid,
malaria.
Yes, they are lurking around. We will say that the what's the name? The typhoid, the malaria, it doesn't really have a season. But this cholera one, once the rains come, the cases go campe.
Yeah, true.
And it is our own attitude. It is our own behavior. I know the bab. You think about the whole thing, you just don't get the rationale behind what we do sometimes. You the sell food, your hot wachi, your hot kinky, your house akoko and whatever. And just in front of you, the whole place is filled with filth.
They don't care. They'll tell you the best cocoa and best wachi
is sold on the bola.
Open gutter.
I am throw.
It's not in throw.
I am throw.
I'm not sure.
I am throw.
It is true, but again, the sickness.
Ubeto dolele o. Yari. Ubeto yari.
Yari.
Ubeto yari.
I know, but
maybe we should start avoiding such places. Maybe we should stop buying from them. Can we?
But would the rest be able to?
Hey, but I mean, you are seeing the field.
You don't care.
I know you won't buy. You ordinarily you won't go and buy watch it from a vendor that has fields all over.
Because of what?
You get it.
You're the only person watching.
The gutter, you can see from the gutter, like, this is it. And you see people in queue. The queue can go like, yes, cats and all that. Maybe, just maybe, when we stop buying from such people, everybody will get serious and clean their frontages. And I think that should be the way to go. And again, I think it boils down to all the assemblies as well. Where are the task force? I mean, they should be out running around. It's not just fixing traffic, street lights here and there, but check the community, check the assembly, check the area in which you are. What are some of the illegal actions going on? What are the illegalities going on? People building on waterways. Do the people have enough dustbins? Because that's the excuse a lot of people give these days. So that I don't know.
You can't buy dustbin for yourself.
So can we look at making the price of the dustbins affordable? Where affordable means that you look at the area you're sending these dustbins to. Charlie, somebody in East Legon can buy.
Yeah.
Somebody in even still in East Legon, what's the name of the area? High tension. They can buy.
Randy.
Sincerely speaking.
Randy.
No, but again.
And those are the deprived areas.
Randy. Why don't we just pass a simple law
that
states that every house must have a dustbin?
Oh, don't we have something like that? I think the assembly.
So why
assembly bylaws or something?
Why are we not enforcing? You understand that every house must have a dustbin? It's as simple as that. It's as simple as ABCD. Every house have a dustbin for collection. Asa. Every house have a toilet. Okay?
Yeah.
The toilet based on the number of people in the house. So maybe one toilet is to a certain number of people. I don't know if these laws exist or not. But these are like basic things we should have and be enforcing, so that you don't have anybody. And when we talk about dustbin, we're not just saying that have something that is open. No, have a dustbin that can be covered. If you cannot buy the ones that the Zoom Lion and Co are selling because they are a bit on the high side, when you go to town, those big water containers that we buy and put water inside, some people use them as dustbins and they have lids. So buy one of those, big one enough. If you have more people in the house, buy 2 or 3 and cover it nicely. Right? Then I think another thing that we really must do, because see, one of the challenges that we have in our part of the world is that we fail to use local solutions to solve local problems. But if we start using local solutions to solve local problems, we will not be having a lot of these challenges that we are having today. So not everybody can pay for Zoom Lion. Or not be so. But you see, when you also choose to monopolize your sanitation space and give it to one individual, these are some of the challenges you have. Because I think that if there's some sort of competition within that space, then we'll see massive improvement.
Oh, but don't we have other...
I don't want us to go into the chunk of the details. But there's a lot that you don't know. Or there's a lot that our viewers do not know. And I won't be the one to say.
No, but I'm just saying that
because I'm a lawyer.
I'm just saying that there are other waste management.
Oh, don't worry.
Teams.
That's why I'm coming to other solutions that we can explore. We see a lot of these young guys with these tricycles. Going around to collect waste. I don't know whether they are certified or licensed to do that. But if they are not, I think that's also another easy way to look at it. But why don't we regulate that space in itself? And regulation in this sense means that we should not allow them to be carrying the waste, opening waste like that. So usually they will use a hard plywood to block side and side and then load the waste in the middle. When they are riding, it's flying out. No. Let's push them to rather cover their nonsense. So it should be fully covered. So you put the waste and you close it so waste doesn't leave. I know when Zoom Lion started, they had these cycles that people and collect the waste. And that is basically the same model these tricycle guys or these Moto King guys or Abubuya guys are using. So why don't we explore such an option? All right? Now, when we do that, there are a number of recycling, plants that we have in the country. So we regulate the space. These guys collect the waste, and they should zoom straight to the recycling plants, and then go and dump this refuse or this rubbish there. 2, I think that we must really intensify the waste separation thing. We really must intensify it. That let us separate the organic waste from the inorganic waste. So separate plastic, separate the food waste and all of those things, separate glass. And so it becomes easy for collection. So that when whoever is picking it up picks it up, they know that this one is this one is that, this one is this. So when you even
try this thing several times in this country already.
You see, because enforcement and education is what we have failed to do.
Wow.
When there's consistency in education and there's consistency in enforcement, we will make headway. Beyond that, people also want a certain incentive.
Okay.
My first time in Germany, I was starstruck. You know why?
No.
Because in every part of Germany where they collect refuse, in the city centers and everywhere, there's separation from source. So they put a number of bins which are color coded. I can't remember exactly what color went for what, but there's green, there's red, there's yellow, and I think there's black. Okay? Give or take, let's say green is for organic waste. So anything food, anything that can perish, anything that can, get spoiled or go bad, goes into the organic waste bit. Plastics go into a separate color. Glass goes into a separate color. Then I think like chemical or something, or maybe electronic waste also goes into a certain color.
Okay.
So the people who come to do the collection with the big trucks, the truck too, it looks like it's also separated like that. So when they pick, everything back goes into where it's supposed to go into. You understand? So this one, when it goes for recycling, straight, everything is going to where it's supposed to go to. I think, and there's a space for metal as well. Beyond that, in Germany again, let's say for instance, I go to Accra Mall. There's a machine, more like a vending machine, okay, in shopping centers and in the big parts of town, where when you collect your plastics, so the way we drink our sachet water, drink our bottled water, people collect them at home, so they separate it at home. So they get up, they pick these things, go to the shop, there's a machine that you put these plastics in. Now, based on the kind of plastic it is, whether it's PET or whatever, once you put it in, it crushes it immediately, okay, in the machine. Then the weight of it is gotten. And then you're given a coupon in a certain monetary value. So you can use that coupon to shop in the shop that you find yourself in. And I don't know if you're getting me. And that in itself is like an incentive that people take advantage of. So you're basically being paid by the government or incentivized by the government to collect waste and come in. I know there was a time in Ghana that there was a certain company that was paying people for sachet water rubber. We did some of those things. Oh yes. Maza, we were going around and collecting the sachet water. You collect it, bring it home, cut it open with scissors, wash them, clean them, dry them nicely, bag them, and take it to these people. They weigh and they pay you. I mean, understand? People used to do a lot of these things. So why are we not seeing more of this? So I think that we must, at the end of the day, still look for a way. Beyond that, one final thing that I think we must do is to also put a certain responsibility on the producers or the manufacturers of these plastic products. Okay? That you must pay a certain levy. I don't know if that already exists. So at this point, I'm speaking from a point of ignorance.
Right.
But if it doesn't exist, we must get them to pay a certain levy, okay, for their contribution of plastics to our environment. So if you are producing plastics, there must be a certain levy that you pay. So if you are producing bottled water, you must pay a certain levy. If you are producing sachet water, you must pay a certain levy. if you are producing anything that is packaged in plastic, you must pay a certain levy. And that levy would be what we will use to aid in some of these things that I'm talking about. I know the EP has mentioned that from next year, 1st January, we'll completely stop the use of styrofoam or take away packs.
Yeah.
That's a step in the right direction. Can we move beyond that and ban polythene bags? You understand?
Yeah.
And then gradually, we'll be getting to a certain point. I watched a video over the weekend of a young lady who made plastic using cassava.
Okay.
Yes. I remember about 2 or 3 years ago, there was also a group of people who produce water. They started piloting it to produce water in biodegradable material. So the idea was that, they produce the water in capsules, small capsules.
Okay.
So after drinking the water, you could actually chew the packaging. Yes, because it was made from, bio, and these are like healthy things, like something you could eat. It was edible, but material. So you drink the water and you chew it, right? It's tasteless. So I think that all of these are options that we must start exploring. We produce cassava in excess. We don't even know what to do with it. The beer companies buy as much as they can buy.
They do alcohol.
The beer companies buy as much as they can buy to produce the beer.
Yeah.
But you see, there's a lot that we can get from cassava.
Yeah.
I watched the video and I was fascinated. She made plastic from cassava. And so we must, and these are biodegradable. So it means that once it gets into the soil, after a certain number of days,
it goes.
Put a polythene bag. You understand? It's stubborn like goat. Bury it, and for millions of years, when you dig, you will still find it. So I think that we must do better beyond ensuring that the education of the citizens is going on. I think that the assemblies and the relevant authorities must also ensure that the enforcement of the relevant laws are ongoing.
Okay.
And beyond that, let's also start looking at, as a government, from a government side, what policies can we really put in place, understand, to ensure continuity, and how can we start incentivizing people? How can we get private sector involvement in these places? Like I said, imagine that there's a machine in some part of town that somebody knows that when I come, I gather the plastics and I come and put it in there. You would crush it immediately, weigh it, give me a certain coupon, in monetary value based on the Charlie. It will be beautiful.
Yeah, sure.
It will be nice. I think that's insane.
It's doable.
We must do better.
Imagine every region has a recycling plant.
We must do better. Yeah. We must do better. Even beyond that, see, we've talked about plastics, we've talked about, I think, and also clothes. Our fabric waste, our textile waste.
Yeah.
We must look at all of that again.
Okay.
Because we like, especially the women. Let me throw some small jab at the women. I know some women that every occasion they sew new dress.
It's not our fault. You don't have dress.
No, every occasion, Randy.
No.
Every occasion they sew new dress.
We don't have dress.
And they tell you that they don't repeat dresses.
It's not they don't repeat dresses.
No, we must do better.
Karim,
I think that the wastage is becoming too much.
But they will eventually repeat the dress. It's like, Randy, I'm going somewhere. I don't have a dress for the. You understand? You're not a woman. We don't have dresses. You don't have dresses.
We understand, because what you are saying, there's no better explanation.
There is an explanation to it. The explanation is that we don't have dress.
For us to understand.
We don't have dress.
I think that we must do better.
You see, for you guys, if you take this shirt and then you pair it with a black trouser and add another color of jacket to it, you are going.
No, we call that a capsule wardrobe. So you have a capsule wardrobe.
So we can't do capsule wardrobe. Whatever is we can't.
You can always,
we can't.
You can always move around.
So that is for the guys.
I think we must do better.
We will do better.
And we must also push landlords in Accra. That when you build your houses, put toilets in it.
No, people build it up toilets.
Oh yes. I'm telling you. When you build your houses, please.
Well, there's a law for it.
No, wait.
There's actually a law.
Now you
wait.
Camper house.
There's actually a law for it.
A lot of camper houses without toilets.
So
why are you acting surprised? Why are you acting surprised?
No.
Why do we have the public toilets? Don't you have any in your area?
Is it not for like?
No, it is to serve homes that don't have such facilities.
Please, when you build. When you build your
house. People go and rent there.
You don't have option.
Wake up 5 a.m., 3 a.m. and go to a public
5 a.m. You know that 3 a.m. sleep is very nice.
Why do you think people would do inside politan?
I'm surprised you're surprised.
No, but
there are homes even in your area. They don't have toilet facilities.
I don't know of them.
Charlie?
There are homes.
We must do that.
But there is a law for that as
well. You go and pay rent in a house where there's no toilet.
Telling you.
But if you need a room to sleep, why? Who cares?
What happens to the rest of the amenities?
Which amenities?
It's very, very essential.
But if the house doesn't have it, then that's the money. That's what you can afford.
That is what you can afford.
But there are people living. Those guys living in the kiosk estates. No, they have toilet facilities in their house. No, that's why I'm saying that they have. That's why the public space is there. What's the name of your area again? Kaneshi what? First Light.
The top there. First Light is
Is there no public Disney in your area? You go to
have some there. First Lights.
So let me give you an assignment. I mean, tomorrow is a holiday. Wake up early morning. Go and hide somewhere with your camera. And count the number of people. Count the number of people who come there between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. No, 6 a.m. They break too much. 3 a.m. 5:30.
Me, well, anyway. But I'm going to rent a place.
The rent is 120, and that's what you can afford. And they tell you it comes with no facility.
No, but come to think of it, so that means if let's just say that going to the public toilet is going to cost you. No, like it's crazy. So if the public toilet is going to cost you, say 3 cedis for one
per session,
and maybe God doesn't intervene and you get resto. Maybe you're going like 5 times a day. How much is that?
15 cedis.
15 cedis. How many times in a week?
That's somebody's private business.
How many times in a month?
Now what are you talking about?
In a year.
I'm surprised you say you don't know there are public toilets.
No, I know there are public toilets.
And why do they have
the
public
houses
toilets?
that doesn't have the toilet.
There are so many houses here in Accra. Maybe your house you have, but there are people in Accra they don't have toilets.
It's not the favorite place alive. If I'm going with I have some small chair.
Yeah.
So my leg can't reach.
But I'm saying you are fortunate. You are fortunate enough to have
TV
that in your house. You are fortunate. You are very fortunate.
I know. Even
majority of the people living in Accra don't. Why did Baumia promise us that they were going to build each house?
It explains it why they were commissioning toilets all over.
You think it's a joke? Somebody's priority at home is toilet. We are sorry, this early morning we are talking about, but it's a serious matter.
There was a time where along the coast they started doing building toilets of half price.
Yes. You know why? Because the people who go there, now why would somebody leave the house, walk all the way to the seashore, and open his?
You feel he's
The person doesn't have toilet facility at home.
No,
it's a reality. Why do people? The women who are throwing the things in the gutter, do you know the things they wrap in their rubbers?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just want to mention areas where you start telling me that
areas.
Please, there are places. That's what I'm asking you. The kiosk estates. Where are the facilities?
I don't know.
Bathing cry a problem.
Hey.
Bathing is even an issue. So, Charlie, we have a lot to do. Why do you think people were applauding and cutting cake? Because, why were people celebrating near building of toilets?
Hey.
Don't underestimate it.
There are homes. There are homes like that. Majority, over 50% of residents in Accra don't have toilet facilities.
The first I was going to rent, when I was going to do my internship.
I'm just saying it.
Hey, Randy, when I was going to do my internship, I got a room. Like 9 space. The first thing I asked was, is there a toilet here?
Oh yeah. But you see,
I didn't want a shared one too.
Yeah.
So I wanted the space. So I rented the place, I think in December. I was going to move in January. I'll go to the space and it was just to keep that space spick and span for me because I love me some clean toilets.
But you see,
and some clean baths.
You have the means to afford it.
No, but Randy, look at the amount you are going to spend to pay.
The young girl who wants food on her table, thinking of how to feed the family back at home, doesn't have 120 cedis to go and rent a decent accommodation, as you're saying. Even the 120 cedis one you're talking about.
What I rented was way above 120.
So you see, I'm just citing an example. 120. How many of these young girls who are carrying the pongpo and all of that? They don't. Oh, they don't. 120 cities a month. That's even cheap. Yes, I'm saying that's even cheap. A standard single room now in Accra, how much does it cost carrying? You are the housing person. It should be more than 200 or so.
Single room, 200.
How much?
What are you talking about?
How much?
750.
Hey.
750 cities.
Yes. That one cross shot.
Single room self-contained or single room with porch?
Single room. You see, I same porch. Single room, you enter a box.
So that one also comes with no toilet facility. So imagine you are paying 750. That's how much in those cities. 7.5 million. Me, make I go pay 7.5 million
for chamber and hall safe. You are paying not less than 2,000, 2,500. In some places, even 3,500 cities.
That's the lie.
For a chamber and hall safe.
30 million.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, so if those ones, if you go and pay and you don't have the toilet facility, that one you can go and beat your landlord.
Recently, I was looking for 3 bedroom. 3 bedroom, 7,500.
Why?
You're saying why?
7,500 for a month.
You don't know what is going on, eh? You wait. You don't know what is going on.
I'm in my own world.
It's okay. The right time will come where you understand.
Me.
But anyway, we need to take a break.
Oh yeah, let's do.
Now, what's the next conversation?
Oh, we're having a conversation.
Are we taking the break already?
Yes.
Please, before we take break, one more last warning to landlords.
Hey, no, wait. Before the landlord, one more last warning to agents. Take me go place. The guy told me that if he sends me videos and pictures of the place, 150.
Okay.
That's if I don't go in person. If I follow him to the place, it's 3 million, 300. Just to go and see.
Viewing fee.
A viewing fee. You send me pictures and videos. I'm paying 150,000. 150 Ghana cedis. If I go in person with you, so they call it in-person view, then you pay 3 million.
So if you don't like it,
and on top of it, you're going to pay 10% of whatever amount you are paying to the landlord, to the agent.
But that thing is illegal.
It is.
It is illegal.
It is, but Karim, you see this rent issue, it's a conversation that
is illegal.
We were built to do that this morning.
The landlords are
but probably we'll roll it over to Thursday, hot crime.
The landlords are those supposed to be paying
the agent. Yes.
Not the person who's renting. It's the money is going to the landlord who is supposed to pay a commission.
So why do I have to pay for that?
Because you have a country that is lawless.
Charlie, it go me, it go me rough.
You don't have law.
It go me.
Lawless in the sense everybody does what they want.
Yeah.
You get it.
Agent, careful.
Charlie,
careful.
Warning to landlords. I don't know whether they go for a meeting to decide on the kind of tiles they put in their kitchens and their bathrooms. Please.
That's what we said.
No, it's a serious problem. Charlie, look, you see what you must understand is that when somebody enters the bathroom, it should not scare them. Charlie, you see how smart people they laugh too. When somebody enters the bathroom, it should not scare them. Charlie, I come out. I come out. I want to relax. The bathroom be the first point where I for enter, go relax. Then like I take shower, then I feel good. But I enter bathroom, then I do one quick come out. You see, you go fit the bathroom inside there. Where the off light, Charlie, the tiles it look like some kakaibi. No, we must do better. If like they go meeting, Charlie, tiles check. Then the kitchen one cry the bobo, and you see they are usually brown or blue or Charlie. It's okay.
It is what. See, let's go for them.
Whatever meeting you people go to and decide on the kind of tiles you.
Do the agents also have an association?
I'm sure
they don't.
They have an association. Because it looks as if it's the same. It's the same pricing.
I say you go and you can see the apartment from outside,
looking beautiful.
Very beautiful. Yeah. You enter the hall, nice. The moment you see the bathroom, then Charlie, you lose appetite. Because me, I'm very big on bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm really big on bathroom, really big on kitchen. You know those things.
But I'm not bothered about the toilet.
Which one? The toilet is in the bathroom.
Young man.
No.
Can we just go for a break?
When you say bathroom? Okay,
no, like
so we are talking about the entire.
Yes, it's in. Okay. So I must. You see, it's like a safe space. You guys should not understand my frustration. Like when you go out and the world beats you. And you come back home
before you, should be very welcome.
Before you go to your bed, you understand? The first place you go to, like me, I spend a lot of time in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like sometimes I can just go in there.
Karim, thank you. We need to end it.
And put a stool there, just sit there, open the shower, and just be there and thinking about myself.
Okay.
And I said, because I can't afford jacuzzi.
Thank you.
If I had money that could afford jacuzzi, I'll sit inside jacuzzi on it, put some scrap in there, put some bubbles in there, and then the jacuzzi will just be massaging me as I'm relaxing. But I can't afford it. So at least the bathroom is what will give me that. So please, landlord, consider our mental health. We beg you in the name of God. Me, I finish what I wanted to say. Whatever meeting you people go to and decide on these things, or you go for that meeting, this is a concern that, and it's not just me. A lot of people, we are many. Thank you.
All right, Karim, thank you. Your appeal will be well noted by the Landlords Association of Ghana. Glenham says, whilst they are sites, they are receiving more calls. So if you are not ready, they jump onto the next call. Who will bring the money? She. Anyway, that's the issue. But as we mentioned, it's a conversation. This whole issue on rent, we would have to come back to it and deal properly with it, and we would have to call on government to intervene. Trust me, they need to. Anyway, this is the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. We'll take a breather. Very small after the break.
Changing, so should you. If you're dreaming, don't be afraid. And in the valleys, keep your head up high. Dare to dream with Puma drinks. Puma, yeah. Believe it, you can achieve. Puma, oh yeah. Clap your hands for the whole new vibe. Make we set the blessing vibe. Oh yeah, come alive. Let me hear you. Puma drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
Your flight is ready to leave.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the flight.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke. Because you know what you feel on the inside isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you. It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share.
Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone. Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Talk to someone.
Talk to someone. It's how things get better.
Embarrassed Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad. Even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
Yo, welcome back to the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. And yes, as Randy Haji intimated earlier, we bring you a conversation this morning on some of the things that affect young people. But we're going to look at it from the lens of health. And this morning, we're on a campaign, okay? So I'm joining a group of young students, okay? I might say my potential doctors on this campaign this morning. We are talking about Beyond the High. Breaking cycles, preventing substance abuse, and protecting future generations. And I have in studio 2 amazing young men. One of them has been here before. So yeah, if you're an ardent viewer, I'm sure he should be a face you really know. I have in here Samuel A. Isifu. He is the president of the Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association, and Masubi Balom Rahim. He is the National Officer for Public Health Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Great having you here.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And I mean, I'm so much interested in your campaign. But first off, tell me about your association. Sam.
All right. Good morning to your cherished viewers across the world. The Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association, abbreviated as the FGMSA, is the registered national body of all medical and dental students in Ghana. Now, this body represents nearly over 6,000 medical and dental students across Ghana, and was established in 1993, so we are 33 years. Now, beyond being the registered national body of all medical and dental students in Ghana, we are also the officially recognized national member organization of a larger body, which is the International Federation of Medical Students Association, the IFMSA, which is a non-profit run student organization. It is the world's oldest and largest student-run organization, made up of nearly over 1.5 million medical students across the world, with a population of about 133 national member organizations coming from about 123 countries across the world. And so this particular organization has a non-consultative status with key organizations like the United Nations and World Health Organizations, and that brings relevance to the work we do in Ghana through the membership of the International Federation of Medical Students Association. And we're made up of 7 medical students associations from across the country. The 5 public medical schools. You have the University of Ghana Medical School, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, the University of Cape Coast Medical School, the University of Health and Allied Sciences, and the University for Development Studies. And then the 2 private medical schools, Accra College of Medicine and Family Health University. So basically, this is what the FGMSA is about. Thank you.
Okay. That's great. And it's like a structured body, Charlie. You guys are doing well. 33 years.
Yes,
that's impressive. But then again, this campaign, okay, now let me be like a Ghanaian. I am here. Why are you here? I have been here all this while. So tell me, why this campaign on substance abuse?
Okay, so this morning, in the face of existential crisis, public health crisis, we noticed that there is a deranging in the health workforce of the country. When I mean the health workforce, largely our population is a youthful population, and we notice that the statistics are staggering with regards to the abuse of substances to augment the work young people do. And so it's a clarion call for us to rise and then serve an alarm that no, the numbers are alarming, there's a danger looming, and for that matter, we need to curb it in the bud before it becomes a menace that we'll not be able to contain or curtail. And so this morning we're here. Annually, we have the Federation has our flagship initiative, which is the FGMSA Annual National Health Week Project. And this year, we've decided to zoom our lens into a key public health crisis, which is substance abuse, under the theme, like you said, beyond the high, breaking cycles, preventing substance abuse, and protecting future generations. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Rahim, let me get to you. This whole National Health Week bit, run us through. Is this the first time it's happening? How long has it been happening? If this is the first time, how long has it been happening? Tell us about it.
Okay. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And then good morning to our cherished listeners across the world. Yes, it is not actually the first time this is happening. This has happened over a decade ago. I think he would run the systematic program that have happened since its inception.
Sure.
But, this year's on, last year it was on HPV. Yes, which we still know is a menace.
Yeah.
And we are fighting and in trying to increase the vaccination levels so that at least we can prevent cervical cancer across the length and breadth of our country. Yeah, so this year, like he said, is focused on substance abuse. And even recently, the Interior Ministry released a whole lot of numbers who could not pass through the security recruitment, all because of substance use. You may look at it on the surface value as the fact that those individuals couldn't get that opportunity, but it is a very big problem. Big in the sense these people have lost job, would have gotten livelihood through that. So where are they going to from the fact that they've lost their ability to get into the police or any form of the interior security? Where are they going to? Have we asked ourselves those questions? So, and apart from that, accidents are on the increase.
Right.
Yes. And substance abuse is one of the contributing factors to these accidents. Apart from the violence across the length and the length and breadth of the country is increasing, and substance abuse can never be taken out of that. Productivity is reducing. Our youth are involved in it, and these are the people who could get us, who could have been doctors, who could have been presenters, who could have been lawyers, but they are involved in substance
abuse.
You know, mental health problems are increasing. Lately, you see a lot of psychiatric cases, people roaming the streets because of mental health issues. You know, all these are cannot be spoken about without linking it to or without talking about substance abuse. It has a very huge toll in it. It has a toll to ourselves as an individual, the nation, because at the end of the day, the nation would have to contribute some resources into trying to solve the problem, and everyone around us. Yes, so that is the more reason why we deem it very relevant to come on board to ensure that we contribute our quota. Just as the saying goes, prevention is better than cure.
Right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Ryan. So, Sam, let me come back to you.
Sure.
Having done something on HPV last year and getting into substance abuse and a bit of mental health into this year, over the years, can you share some of the impactful stories from your outreaches with me?
All right, sure. Thank you. So, as he rightly indicated on the back of what he said, the annual National Health Week project is our flagship initiative that is led by the Office of the National Health Officer as enshrined in our constitution. And basically it's to intensify advocacy and awareness around public health in the country. Now, we've chalked significant successes, both national and international. For instance, in 2005, the project had focused on the directly observed therapy strategy to combat tuberculosis. And that project got recognized by the World Health Organization's country office in Ghana. Now, fast forward, in 2009, that same project got nominated as the best presented project at the activities fair of the International Federation of Medical Students Association in Tunisia. A year later, in March 2010, during the 59th General Assembly of the International Federation of Medical Students Association in Bangkok, Thailand, it got nominated again for one of the most prestigious awards in the medical field, which is the Dr. Rex Crossley Award. Dr. Rex Crossley happens to be a founding member of this international federation. And again, fast forward, in 2012, it got nominated again and became the runner-up project and got featured in the 7th edition of the IFMSA magazine. And now fast forward, we're talking about somewhere there was a hiatus because of COVID between 2020 and then 2023. So 2024, we bounced back under the theme STI, sexually transmitted disease. And the numbers have been very remarkable. Through that particular campaign or project, we're able to educate nearly 55,000 senior high school students and got over 2,000 persons screened for STIs. And then last year, as we were here, which was under the team cervical cancer, together we can ending cervical cancer and other human papilloma related diseases one step at a time, with strategic support from the International Papilloma Virus Society, the Society of Obstetricians and Gynecology, so-called Ghana, World Health Organization, Ministry of Health, Ghana Health Service. We were able to run a very impactful campaign, and this year we're back again to see how we can address another public health crisis, which is substance abuse. Thank you.
Talking on addressing the public health crisis, substance abuse. I mean, our viewers have heard substance abuse since the beginning of this conversation. We've mentioned it over and over again. What is substance abuse?
All right. Thank you. So, substance abuse, according to the WHO, in simple put, is, you can term it as the hazardous or the harmful use of psychoactive substances, which includes alcohol and then illicit drugs. Now, what are psychoactive substances? Basically, psychoactive substances are substances that when you take into your body, they alter your normal mental processes. What are your normal mental processes? Cognition, remembrance, awareness, perception. So any substance you take into your body that alters the normal mental process of your brain, and you abuse it, then it falls under substance abuse. Thank you.
Yes, Rahim, continue.
Something a little on what he just said. Yes, about prescription medications. So even prescription medications fall under that. Yeah, so if you have been given a prescribed medication by your doctor and you misuse that, that can lead to harmful effect to you and even be deadly. So I just want to add a part of the prescription medications too, because some prescription medications can be given to you and be given guidelines as to how you should use it, and you decide to go about it in a different way. So if you do it that way too, you are abusing the substance. Even when they ask you to use it up to a particular length, you decide that even after that length you continue without the permission of your prescriber. All those form part of substance abuse.
Okay, so still talking on substance abuse, let me ask you, Rahim, about this. So is it only limited to just drug addiction? I mean, you started, but let's continue. Does it have like a broader health implication, consequence, like in relation to your mental health too?
Yes, so it has
a
very broader implication. Yes, so many people may start that because they are facing certain mental issues. That is one of the facts. Others may not have started it because of a mental health issue. They may have started it for other reasons, but the mental health part of it can come in, where they feel depressed, they feel unable to control their life, they feel extremely dependent on those drugs, and whatever physiological effect that are the consequences of the drugs are those that rules those individuals. So it has a very big effect, and even your organ function. You know, some of those drugs are supposed to be controlled, and you know, when you take it more than a particular limit, it have a very harmful effect on your organ. So for instance, paracetamol like this. Yes, we take paracetamol for our headaches and our other headaches. Doctors will prescribe it to you. But if you overtake paracetamol, this is something that will be very harmful to your liver, and you can get liver like something we call hepatitis from it. Then you can die out of hepatitis. So it's a very serious thing that, you know, we have to all take important, not just only about people we are speaking to ourselves. So as we speak ourselves, we try to, as much as possible, to be careful with some of those things.
I can even relate to that. I mean, the least headache, you just want to pick up one diclofenac or some paracetamol and just pop it in, and then you're good to go. That's when we think that we are good to go. Without prescription, we are all guilty of it. But again, I think it's one thing that the youth, like young people and students, people in the working class, young people in the working class should also know about. But why FGMSA, of all the things, why substance abuse? Rahim, I'll still let you talk about that.
So, during our deliberations, we actually, it wasn't only substance abuse that came on board anyway. Road traffic accidents also came on board. But you realize that even the mental health also came about. But you realize that substance abuse encompasses even these two. So if we believe that if we are able to target substance abuse so much well, if the nation is able to target substance abuse so much well to its barest minimal level, then most of the other things we were talking about, like the increasing road traffic accidents, and then mental health issues would also be reduced. So I feel that, and like we said, is the youth between ages of 15 and 35 who are supposed to be our future. How people deeply involved in the substance abuse. And so that is why we see that also being youth ourselves and being in the known that we will be the next generation to face the health system. We feel that it is important that we start right now to solve the problem so that we don't end up leaving it to a state where we can't control it. So that is why we are targeting substance abuse from Eastwood at the moment.
Right, that's a call in the right direction. But again, Sam, let me come to you. How are you going about this campaign? What's the plan?
All right, so we have a well laid out structure of programs and events to run this whole project. It's going to span from July to September. And it's going to begin with our launch, the National Health Week launch, which is going to happen in Tamale during our Federation's Media Congress. So that would be on the 4th of July 2026, happening at the University for Development Studies. And so it's going to be a convergence of all the medical schools from across the country for us to contribute our quota to public health improvement in the country. Now, beyond that, we would have a float to create awareness.
Okay.
And we are looking forward to engaging key stakeholders to have a substance abuse youth forum during the launch. And in that forum, we are going to dissect the matters that are behind this whole issue of substance abuse. What are the realities? What is it that funds substance abuse in the country? It's not just a singular person, let me say subject, because it's interlinked. We have to involve policymakers. We have to involve religious leaders. We have to involve traditional rulers. We need to involve educational institutions and what have you. So that we're looking forward to that launch and the youth forum. Now, post the youth forum, we're then going to run some digital awareness campaigns on substance abuse, and we're also looking forward to potentially collaborating with traditional rulers within their jurisdiction, as well as policymakers within their constituencies who are open to us, where we would come and then run a sensitization program and most likely some screenings for persons, and then have a structured referral system to the bodies that matter to see how they can pick these matters up. And so basically that's how it's going to run throughout the entire year. Thank you.
Talking of launch, talking of the floats, talking of the forum, and I mean getting into the community now to do all these sensitization processes and things, it all runs on the wheels of money.
That's very.
And one underlying factor for students, I mean, the LCM there, they all don't have money. Students, it's true, students don't have money.
That's true.
Students don't have money. So how are you going about it? I'm sure the figures will be looking so wild.
Okay, so it's a daunting one, but we believe that no mountain is not difficult to ascend.
Right.
Now, for instance, or in reality, our figures are looking around 50,000 Ghana cedis for the year, and in whichever way institutions can partner or support, we will be deeply grateful, because this 50,000 in it, we're looking at logistics for outreaches. We are looking at the media engagements like we are here today to send a message out there. We would need money to send a message out there. We're going to have a launch. We would need to bring the people that are affected the most, which is the youth that are outside, to come and listen to those conversations. It's going to involve fuel and busing them. It will involve the young medics going out there to speak to them. And so, yes, it's quite a demanding one, but as we've done it in the past, we're committed to doing it again this year.
Okay, so are you looking at any organization you would want to, WoezorTV is giving you a platform, you'd want to reach out to, talk to them, they can see you?
All right, sure. Thank you. So this is an open call to state institutions, corporate society organizations, private organizations, and the general public, that an investment in our campaign is a long-term investment in the healthcare system of the country, because in the long run, you never know who is going to treat you tomorrow, who is going to provide services to you in a certain office. It possibly would have been somebody who would have been a possible victim of substance abuse. Now, particularly, we are extending our invitation to key stakeholders, including the National Youth Authority, because this is a conversation that matters on youth. Definitely the Ministry of Youth. We are also looking at the Ghana Mental Health Authority. Yes. And beyond that, we're also looking at the Food and Drugs Authority, because they are also deeply involved in this conversation. We're looking at the World Health Organization, the United Nations AIDS, and to the broader community that can extend a helping hand. We would be deeply grateful and glad to collaborate and partner with you to make this a reality. And to put on record, I think in mentioning that we enjoy patronship from the Ghana Medical Association, which is like our professional body, as well as the Junior Doctors Association of Ghana. and the Ministry of Health. And for over the years, these have been consistent partners with us in driving our public health campaigns.
Okay.
So again, we are extending that open invitation to them that please don't leave us. We'll come to your doors very soon again.
Right, very, very soon. But before we go, Rahim, final words, and then I'll come to you, Sam, for final words.
Okay, so my final words has to be based on the fact that substance abuse is a problem, and appealing that we all see it as a problem that is our problem.
Right.
Yes, because the consequences affect everyone, not just the individual. It affects the country, it affects yourself. You may feel you are not taking any substance or you're not abusing any substance, but the consequences affect you too. True. And so to those who take it because of the fact that they have certain challenges of one or the other, the call is that problems, it's not only them that have problems. Everyone has problems, but the appeal is, let's speak up. If you have a problem, speak up, and then you get help. If you feel you are extremely being addicted to those substances, just speak up. There's someone that can help you exit that, and whatever problem is there, definitely I know there's someone in Ghana that can help you solve that problem. So speak up, and like our president said, be also calling on everyone. Yes, like I said, not just these organizations he has mentioned. I believe every organization and individual should be involved, and whatever way you think you can contribute. Is it logistical directly that you can give? Is it the media platform like WoezorTV has given to us, which we are so grateful for? Any form that you think you can help us take this to the highest level of campaign, so that we can target more than half of the youth to hear this information, and then get actual results. We plead on the general public to help us to do it effortlessly. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So, Sam, your final words. So let me put it. We're going to take your final words, acknowledgement, and then I'm sure your account details too, if anyone wants to support this cause.
Definitely. All right. Why should you partner with us? The WHO records a number of statistics. For instance, it says in Africa, cannabis happens to be the most abused illicit drug in the region. And more specifically, the prevalence rate happens to be within the West Africa and Central Africa. We are talking of figures of 5.1% and 13.5% respectively. And alcohol abuse or alcohol misuse has led to nearly 133 million deaths annually. Again, we are looking at the fact that we are losing our workforce in the country. And so our message is clear and simple. Substance abuse and mental health reinforce each other, and they create a very difficult cycle that requires professional help. In such circumstances, do not be afraid. Do not see voicing your problem out as a weakness. You should seek help. Again, as a society, we must beware to check on our stigmatization around individuals who suffer from substance abuse, because you never know what it is that is fanning that particular disorder the person is suffering from. And so on a note of gratitude, we would want to say a very big thank you to the media houses, particularly WoezorTV. Thank you so much for partnering with us and sending our voice out there to become louder and bigger. We would also want to thank our long-standing partners, the Ghana Medical Association, led by Professor N.S. York, the Junior Doctors Association, led by Dr. Abu Suleimana Mohammed. We are also thanking the long-standing partners of the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service, and in advance, we want to thank the Narcotics Control Commission, the Ghana Standards Authority, the Food and Drugs Authority, and every entity that is going to collaborate with us towards the execution of this project. And we look forward to yet another impactful and sustainable Health Week project. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But then again, if anyone wants to make a donation to you, your account details?
Definitely. We would be glad to share that with you.
Certainly, please do.
All right. So to partner with us, you can send a mail via fgmsa-ghana@ifmsa.org. I take the mail again. fgmsa-ghana@ifmsa.org. Leave a mail and we'll be glad to respond and reach out to you. Thank you so much.
Okay, leave a mail. They'll be glad to respond and reach out to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, the issue of substance abuse and mental health dawns on all of us to collaboratively help our workforce, our future leaders, the young people of this country. And this is a great score, and I just hope that all of us would reach out to them and support them in our little ways we can to make sure that this message goes out there to the very people that need them. If you have somebody who is battling with substance abuse, please, stigmatization is not the best way to help the person. Reach out, help the person. Be that listening ear for the person. Hold that person's hand to the hospital. Do something to help the person come out of that situation. I tell you that in the future, it will come back to you better folds. Not that the person will become a liability or a dependent on society and even on your resources, but that person is going to be an asset that will benefit not only you, but the country as a whole. I've had this conversation with Samuel A. Esifu. He is the president of the Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association, and Masubi Balo Rahim, National Officer for Public Health, Federation of Ghana Medical Students Association. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming.
Thank you so much as well.
So viewers, will take a break. We'll be right back.
We can be the generation that ends it for good.
Malaria must die, so millions can live.
Gentlemen, I've got some bad news and some good news. Okay, the bad news is that your chances of getting prostate cancer are now just 7 to 1. In fact, prostate cancer is killing one man every single hour of the day in this country. Imagine that, one every hour of the day. But the good news is, we're forming a team to stop that clock. Men united. It's time men united together to fight prostate cancer, the way women have united against breast cancer. We need to get together and find a cure, as well as better ways to care for the 250,000 prostate cancer sufferers out there. Please, get on side and join us in the fight. Men united versus prostate cancer. We can win this.
Okay, next one. Sit down. Look to camera.
This is what it looks like to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, to make history. But what if women didn't have to be exceptional? What if they didn't have to be the first, the best, or the only woman? What if being a female engineer wasn't remarkable? What if women and men could compete as equals? I don't want to make history. I don't want to be the only woman. I want to be one of many.
Let's take a look at the headlines. Now let's begin. President John Dramani Mahama has launched Ghana's first e-visa service portal, marking a major shift in the country's immigration and travel administration system. The online platforms allow travelers to apply for, pay for, and receive visas electronically without physically visiting a Ghanaian embassy or consulate. Launching the portal at an event on Monday, May 25, President Mahama announced that all African passport holders traveling to Ghana for business purposes will now apply for visas exclusively through the new online system and will not pay visa fees. President Mahama said the initiative forms part of a broader continental integration vision aimed at reconnecting Africans and the diaspora with Ghana.
Practical expression to the long-held aspiration that Africans should be able to move freely within their own continent with dignity, opportunity, and purpose. And so, ladies and gentlemen, effective today, from this moment, all holders of African passports traveling to Ghana for business or tourism will apply for visas exclusively via the new online e-visa platform, and they will pay no visa fee. And so, for emphasis, all African passport holders will not be required to pay visa fees when they apply online.
Now, the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, allayed fears over a possible judgment debt arising from an alleged abandoned e-visa contract that the government is refusing to honor. He stressed that no such situation exists, assuring Ghanaians that no e-visa contract has been cancelled.
This morning, there's been quite some debate on social media that there was some e-visa contract which we are not respecting, and that there could be judgment debt and all of that. Let me allay the fears of the people of Ghana that there is no such existing e-visa contract. Nothing of the sort exists. We've checked through the files. Our director legal is here. Indeed, the Minister of the Interior also wrote to the Attorney General to find out if there was any such contract, and to also present to the Attorney General for analysis the machine-readable contract which existed, and that is for visa stickers. And the Attorney General's opinion is that that does not represent an e-visa arrangement. The machine-readable contract is different from an e-visa system. And so let me assure the general public that there will be no judgment debt, no contract has been cancelled anywhere, and we do not have any issues at all so far as contracting is concerned. This is also a PPP arrangement. It's a PPP arrangement, and the beauty about this arrangement is that taxpayers have not been burdened. The private partner is setting up the system, of course, under the supervision of the Ministry of Communications, NITA, and the Cybersecurity Authority. So they are investing, and that is how they will recoup their investment over a long period. And so we didn't have to burden taxpayers to, as it were, pay for this system. So it's a very beautiful arrangement which has been very cost-effective and no burden at all to the Ghanaian taxpayer. And I hope that this clarifies all of those matters that came up this morning.
Now, away from that, the Ghana Gold Board had signed a landmark refinery agreement with the Royal Ghana Gold Refinery in a major step towards Ghana's mineral value addition agenda. Under the agreement, Gold Board will supply up to 1 metric ton of gold every week for local refining, reinforcing government's vision of ensuring that Ghana derives maximum value of its mineral resources before export. This marks Gold Board's second refinery partnership in 2026, following the earlier agreement with Gold Coast Refinery. Speaking at the signing ceremony, Gold Board CEO Sami Jenfi reaffirmed President Mahama's commitment to ensuring that by 2030, all mineral resources mined in Ghana will be refined locally before export.
Campaigned on the promise of a reset agenda, and since his election he's been implementing this reset agenda in all facets of our lives. And for those of us who have been given the privilege to manage the precious mineral resources of our country, our marching orders from His Excellency the President has been very clear. From day one, His Excellency has told us that we must change the narrative of Ghana's continuous export of raw minerals. In February this year, we signed a gold refining agreement.
Moving on from the Gold Board, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources Emmanuel Amakufibua has clarified that government has not adopted a blanket policy of nationalization in Ghana's mining sector. His comments come amid ongoing debates between the Institute of Economic Affairs, IEA, and the Ghana Chamber of Mines over the proposed 20-year lease extension for Goldfields Tarkwa Mine. Speaking at the Ghana Chamber of Mines breakfast meeting, Mr. Amakufibua said the government's handling of the Daman mine should be seen as a case-specific intervention rather than a broader policy direction for the mining industry. And now moving on, the Environmental Protection Authority has announced a nationwide ban on the production, importation, sale, distribution and use of styrofoam products from January 1, 2027. The move follows a policy directive by President John Dramani Mahama aimed at reducing plastic pollution and improving environmental sanitation. The ban will cover takeaway packs, disposable cups and plates, foam packaging and other polystyrene products, while medical and laboratory-related uses will be exempted with regulatory approval. The EPA says that the transition period before enforcement will focus on public education, stakeholder engagement and compliance preparations. Time now for some international news. And now the Speaker of Senegal's Parliament, El Malik Ndiaye, has resigned from his post days after the country's President Bassirou Diomaye Faye sacked his mentor-turned Deputy Prime Minister Ousmane Sonko and dissolved the government. Some now speculate that there are plans to offer the vacant speaker post to Sonko by loyalists in defiance of the president. Senegal's current crisis followed months of tension between Sonko and Faye. In a statement announcing his decision to resign as speaker, Ndiaye said it came after deep reflection on the sense of statehood. MPs have now been asked to meet on Tuesday for a session aimed at bringing Sonko back into parliament and voting for a new speaker. Now this brings us to the end of the WoezorTV report. Many thanks for staying with us. I am Karen Naoyokote.
Gentlemen, I've got some bad news and some good news. Okay, the bad news is that your chances of getting prostate cancer are now just 7 to 1. In fact, prostate cancer is killing one man every single hour of the day in this country. Imagine that, one every hour of the day. But the good news is we're forming a team to stop that clock. Men United. It's time men united together to fight prostate cancer, the way women have united against breast cancer. We need to get together and find a cure, as well as better ways to care for the 250,000 prostate cancer sufferers out there. Please, get on side and join us in the fight. Men United versus prostate cancer. We can win this.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke. Because you know what you feel on the inside
isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you. It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share.
Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone.
Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Talk to someone.
Talk to someone. It's how things get better.
When I saw his face slipping, I knew it was a stroke. I called an ambulance immediately to save the life we've built together.
The way her arm was hanging down wasn't right. I insisted to go straight to the hospital to save our mother and the family.
The way he was talking when the ambulance arrived alerted us. I rang ahead so the hospital staff were ready to save precious time and the future.
Back for sports update on the Breakfast Cafe. My name is Godfred Amwafo. Let's start from the camp of the Blasters, because as you know, from now till the beginning of the World Cup in next month, preparations are underway for all countries, including our very own, the Blasters of Ghana. And so, of course, as I speak to you, the team is in England, somewhere, in Cardiff, preparing to take on Wales, of course. Yesterday, Blasters head coach Carlos Queiroz named a 28-man squad for the World Cup preparation camp and the international friendly against Wales in Cardiff. Now the team comprises 5 goalkeepers, 9 defenders, 7 midfielders, and 7 forwards. Let me put it that way. Now the team opened camp on Monday, May 25, and trained at the Dragon Park in Cardiff ahead of the friendly against Wales on Tuesday, June 2. Now Greece-based defender Abdel Babarahman returns to the team for the first time since September 2023, following consistent performances for POAC. Now the former Chelsea left back has made 35 appearances this season, scoring 3 goals and providing 3 assists across all competitions. Also returning is Olympic Lyon winger Ernest Nuama, who has been absent for close to a year. He's back to full fitness after recovering from anterior cruciate ligament injury that sidelined him for more than 12 months. Now, other notable returnees include Rayo Vallecano's Abdul Mumin, and who is back from a long layoff due to an anterior cruciate ligament injury, like other players who is also suffered in that regard. And so Saint Etienne midfielder Gaston Boachi is also back, and Stade Rennais defender Ali Seydou is also back. Ajax Amsterdam youngster Paul Reverson has also been included, but then this player, he's a goalkeeper, of course, so the coach named 5 goalkeepers, and on this goalkeeper, GFA made specific pronunciations about him. He says that the 20-year-old has been called for further assessments with long-term view, having impressed for Ajax side in Netherlands. And so probably the 5 goalkeepers up there too would definitely be dropped, because 28 we need to present 26 for the World Cup, and so we're expecting that 2 will be dropped. But then who among the 5 will be dropped? So as it stands now, this squad, you understand that probably might be the final squad for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, because we don't really expect any changes. As I speak to you, the only player that can make a surprise should be Mohamed Kudus, but of course he is on injury, and so you don't expect him to return to the squad. But as it stands now, this will be the squad maybe for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, unless there will be some surprises along the way. We expect an official statement on that for the final release of the 26-man squad for the World Cup. But of course, Ghana is preparing for Wales game, and so they are in Cardiff, which preparations are continuing for them to take on Wales. But then here in Ghana, before we come to Yingo, I know I can't wait for the Yingo over the weekend. Their victory over Diamond. Still on Carlos Queiroz, he says that the team will fight for everything on the pitch when the 2026 FIFA World Cup begins. Queiroz will be leading the Black Stars to their 5th global tournament since their debut in 2006. So yesterday he said on his Facebook page that the team is ready to fight for everything on the pitch. They are not going to leave any stone unturned, and so we should be rest assured. He was assuring Ghanaians that the players are ready and poised to give it all for the tournament, and so it doesn't matter who is called. Every player that he will mention his name to represent Ghana is ready to fight for everything on the field of play, and so that is what we're expecting from the team. Now let's talk about the Middle League happening in the Volta region, because Yingo FC today at 3 p.m. will take on Kita Football Club. In that regard, the game will be live on WoezorTV, and so of course at 3 p.m. you can sit behind your television set and watch Yingo. They have been doing some surprises in the Volta Region Middle League. Of course, you'd want to know what this team is about and what they are up to in that regard. But then over the weekend, they dominated Diamond FC, beating them by 2 goals. You have the highlights on your screen, so you'll be expecting this game, the next game today at 3 p.m. So you see how the stadium is filled. You might be thinking that this is a Premier League match official, but this is a middle league in that regard. And so the quality pictures, you are rest assured, at 3 p.m. this afternoon. And so that is the update I'm giving you. The last game, Yungo managed to beat Diamonds FC by 2-1. And so we expect that probably they will build on this success and win their next game against Keita Football Club. And so that's the updates coming in from the Middle League that is happening in the Volta region. But then let's talk about Mexico president, that is Claudio Sheinbaum. This woman is doing something great, of course. When it comes to the World Cup, you know, Mexico is part of the countries that are hosting the World Cup. Now, according to her, she has agreed to allow Iran to be based in the country during the World Cup, claiming the U.S. was unwilling to host them. Now, Sheinbaum said her government has been approached by FIFA after U.S. made it clear it did not want Iran's squad to stay in the country during the tournament. On Monday, FIFA confirmed Iran's training base will be at Tijuana in Mexico. Iran were originally given Tucson, Arizona as their World Cup base, with all 3 of the matches scheduled to take place in the United States. But due to the ongoing Middle East war, and they've declined to even initially they said they are not going to honor the World Cup, but then talks proceeded, and then of course they agreed to come. And due to security reasons, they were even contemplating whether to be based in the US or not. And now Mexico president says they are willing to accept Iran to be based in Mexico. Iran is scheduled to play New Zealand on 15th June and Belgium on 21st of June, both in Los Angeles, and then Egypt in Seattle on 26th June. And so the team will be in Mexico and be preparing the training, camping and all that, and be playing their games in the United States, of course. But let's talk about Scott McTominay. Remember, during the World Cup qualification, he scored a certain goal, an overhead kick that got the team qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, yesterday, we were all surfing on the internet and we saw a banknote from the Scottish Bank with that overhead kick on the note. And so this is from the bank to honor Scott McTominay. Now, a limited edition of 20 euro note featuring an image inspired by Scott McTominay's famous overhead kick has been unveiled, and so that is what he is holding. And you can see in the middle of it Scott in there displaying that for us. You know, this is how, I mean, some countries choose to honor their heroes. So his face is appearing on the notes, the money that Scotland, I mean, used, the tender that they've been using. His face is there, or that overhead kick is on there. He's going to be remembered forever. It has been created to celebrate Scotland's return to the World Cup after the team qualified for the men's international tournament for the first time since 1998. So that was the goal. Now the design combines traditional banknote element with image of McTominay's goal for Scotland against Denmark. Just 100 of the notes have been printed, with 50 available through a mix of collector auction and prize draw and 2 pop-up areas in Edinburgh and Glasgow. That is the goal. That is the goal. That is this goal on your screen. It's so beautiful. Scott McTominay is a product of Manchester United. I'm proud talking about him. Just watch that goal. So beautiful. But we can keep on watching it. Let's talk about World Cup facts of the day. Today we are talking about another team in the Black Stars group, that is Croatia. Croatia made their FIFA World Cup debut in 1998 and finished third in their very first tournament. Of course, we know them, how resilient they are. Look at Modric's team. Now, their best World Cup finish was runners-up at the 2018 FIFA World Cup after losing 4-2 to France in the final. Croatia also finished third at the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. They have reached the semi-finals in 3 of their 7 World Cup appearances. Now, legendary striker Davor Suker won the Golden Boot at France 1998 with 6 goals. Luka Modric holds Croatia's record for most World Cup appearances with 19 matches in that regard. Croatia's biggest World Cup win was a 4-0 victory over Cameroon at Brazil in 2014. Despite a population of under 4 million, Croatia is one of the most successful smaller nations in the World Cup history. Coach Zlatko Dalic led Croatia to the 2018 final and the 2022 third place finish. Croatia is in the group with England, Ghana, and Panama in that regard. So this is the team we are going to actually play. I mean, yesterday we did Panama, today Croatia, so tomorrow you can guess which team you'll be working on. My name is Godfred Amwafo. It's a wrap for sports. Evergreen Asante, I bring you entertainment. You stay.
Okay, next one. Sit down. Look to camera.
This is what it looks like to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, to make history. But what if women didn't have to be exceptional? What if they didn't have to be the first, the best, or the only woman? What if being a female engineer wasn't remarkable? What if women and men could compete as equals? I don't want to make history. I don't want to be the only woman. I want to be one of many.
Your flight is ready to leave.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the flight.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad, even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
Good morning, welcome back from the quick break. You're still watching the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. My name is Evergreen Asante and this is the entertainment update. And in today's entertainment stories, Drake is still making headlines and news with his 3 albums. Yes, you heard that right. And Jackie is back in the news. You thought Forever was over, or probably the Forever season was over, but trust me, we are just getting started with that. And Arthur J is also back, bigger, strong and better, and he says that he has a new project coming out soon for you and I. So let's start off with the details of that, as Arthur J has confirmed that a new project is on the way later this year, featuring collaborations with rising artists Gunna Boy and Suman. Now, speaking on
on Culture Daily, RDJ revealed that the project is already complete and hinted at several guest appearances while refusing to rule out rumors of a possible collaboration with Lyrical Joy. He also spoke about his passion for creative direction, explaining that he enjoys contributing ideas to the visuals behind his music because every song deserves a meaningful story. So that is Ara the J. This year he got a win as the TGMAs, and he's still celebrating and enjoying his win. Now Sarkodie also has some news for all the SAC natives or the Success fans out there, saying that he doesn't give us his best performance after 1 a.m. Now, you may ask why, but the details is also in the story, as Ghanaian rapper Sarkodie is urging event organizers outside Accra to schedule his performance earlier, saying late night appearances affect both his health and stage performance. In an X post, the rapper explained that although many fans enjoy partying until dawn, he performs best before 1 a.m. and struggles when he has to appear on stage around 4 a.m. His comments have reignited debate about delays in concerts and entertainment events across Ghana, where headlines act often perform early in the hours of the morning. So that is what Sarkodie is saying, and I absolutely agree with him. When you look at the post, it clearly states that, you know, it is human nature, and that is what happens to the human body. After 1 a.m. you get exhausted, you get so tired, and you just want to go home and rest. It's just that sometimes, you know, when you're in the midst of people, when the crowd is around, it still gives you some vibe and some energy to party here and there. But trust me, we all get tired at some point. So that is what Sarkodie is saying. So if you're an event organizer out there looking forward to hosting Sarkodie sometime soon, then please take note of this. Now let's talk about Jackie, and she has reached another milestone after Forever Remix featuring Omale surpassed 100 million views on YouTube. Now released under Flip the Music, the remix became a favorite among Afrobeat fans for its soulful vocals and Afrofusion sound. The achievement further strengthens Jackie's international reach and reflects the growing global influence of African music. So a huge congratulations going out to our forever girl, which is Jackie. These are some of the things I always say that we love to see. And she still has her album out there that you and I need to keep streaming. I absolutely love this young lady. And away from that too, Drake is still making headlines. If you haven't listened to his 3 albums, then this is your sign to actually do that, because can your favorite artist ever? I don't think so. And this is one of the debates happening online currently with regards to this album. People are talking, you know, like the Drake and, you know, the Kendrick fans, they can relate, but it's just a back and forth going on social media. So we're waiting to see what probably maybe Kendrick could also come up with. But I love what I've been seeing online, by the way. So Drake has become the first artist in history to hold the top 3 positions on the Billboard 200 simultaneously. Now his albums Iceman, Habibti and Maid of Honor debuted at numbers 1, 2 and 3 respectively on the May 30th 2026 chart. Now the achievement gives Drake his 15th #1 album, pushing him past Jay-Z for the most chart-topping albums by a male solo artist and tying him with Taylor Swift among solo acts. And that is also the details of this story. So go out there, continue to stream the albums and soak it all in and enjoy. 1 day, 3 albums, and it just keeps on gathering, gaining, I mean, all the words that you can find, all the numbers that you can possibly imagine. Now he is making some things more of reality than sometimes you try to envision them, and he's actually currently living the life. But that was all for today's entertainment update here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Tune Talk with me happens every Wednesday at 2 p.m. and repeats on Saturdays at exactly 4 o'clock p.m. here on WoezorTV. My name is Evergreen Asanta. Thank you for watching. Have a good morning. Enjoy the rest of our programs.
saw his face slipping, I knew it was a stroke. I called an ambulance immediately to save the life we've built together.
The way her arm was hanging down wasn't right. I insisted to go straight to the hospital to save our mother and the family.
The way he was talking when the ambulance arrived alerted us. I rang ahead so the hospital staff were ready to save precious time and the future.
All right, so welcome back. Let's head into the last leg of the show. And as I mentioned earlier, yesterday the president, officially launched the e-visa, and this morning it's our responsibility to delve deeper into what this really means. What's the standard practice? How are the other countries able to go about with the usage of the e-visas? There is also another critical area that I want us to also touch on, has to do with the security features, and what's the guarantee that this will have a lot of security features, and what have you. For those who will be traveling and using it as well. It's a conversation we should be having this morning right here. Karim is still here with us. Karim, I am saying that it's something we need to celebrate. One of its kind in the sub-region. But first of all, let me pick your initial reactions as this was done. This came to mind.
Fantastic initiative by the government of the day, and I'm glad that finally, as a country, we are making such strides. It's really fantastic, and it's good news. It's good news to hear. In most parts of the world that you travel to, countries are running away from a lot of paperwork, a lot of paper visas, and all of that. And one of such countries that we can talk about, I remember, and I say it every time, that my first ever trip outside Ghana was in the year 2017. And, and that was to the UAE, and that was to Dubai. I don't remember my passport ever going to any embassy and anyone asking me, putting a stamp in it for a visa or anything of that sort. No, everything was worked out. It was electronic. You get into the country. Once they send it to you, it's basically, a PDF document. You can open it anytime on your phone. They scan the QR code that's on it. Or once you even get to the port of entry and you give them your passport, they run your passport through the system. That's it. You don't have any issues with anybody about where's the visa and your passport, blah, blah, blah. You go through, you do whatever you want to do. In 2022, I remember when we were going for the World Cup in Qatar, and had to go through the UAE. In fact, there was nothing like even printing any PDF document again. Everything was basically just on your phone. And when you even get to the country at the port of entry, you don't even interact with any human being. No immigration officer or anything of that sort. You just go through, scan your passport through the system like we have at the airport now, and you walk through freely, easily. Go into the country, do whatever it is you want to do, and when you're exiting, you exit the same way again. And so I think that it's revolutionary. It's fantastic that our country is getting to that point where we are embracing technology and we are introducing things like the e-visa. Definitely is going to make mobility quite easier. It's going to take off a lot of pressure on a lot of people. You don't have people complain about their missing passports at embassies and all of that. Just sit in your house, apply on your own, put in the necessary information and all of that. And once your visa is approved, you get an email that says that your visa is approved, and so you can travel to Ghana and all of that. And that solves a problem. So I think it's revolutionary, and we must really commend the government, commend the Foreign Affairs Minister, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, for how quick, he's been able to get this done. And so it's great, Randy. Okay. All right, so I'm told that we have Mr. Adam Bona joining us via the phone lines. Sir, good morning, and thanks for joining us today on WoezorTV.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Great. Let's jump straight into the conversation today. Let's start with, of course, how this news was first received by you.
Well, I think personally, if you ask me, I was excited because then if you are a frequent traveler, you will notice how difficult sometimes you get to various borders or passport controls outside the country, and sometimes the visa in your passports, their readers are not reading the visas, and so sometimes they have to go back and forth before the visa is read by their equipment for reading visas in your passports. But with the e-visa that we are rolling out, what it means is that it's going to be seamless, where you either have it on your phone and it is easy for any border control to be able to do that. And so as far as I'm concerned, I think it is very important. Ghana has joined the list of nations that are quickly becoming connected or interconnected. And so as far as I'm concerned, it would enhance the state of our border control, security, and most importantly, do away with corruption at our various borders. The cartel who have set up camps at the various entries into this country, sometimes taking advantage of innocent travelers, might be a thing of the past. If as we are going, it would be a thing of the past, because then you do it wherever you are at the comfort of your home. You don't need to go through anyone who is going to tell you you need A or you need B. You need to travel. Let's say you are in one state in the U.S., you have to travel all the way to probably Washington, D.C., or travel somewhere, send your passport to do A or B. You can now, in the comfort of your home, be able to do a few things here and there that before this time you couldn't have done, or you have to arrive at the airport, wait for your turn before you are processed to be issued a visa on arrival. And so, as far as I'm concerned, I think this is a new era. It's a new era for Ghana, and we must congratulate His Excellency the President, and also, by and large, the Foreign Affairs Minister and the Interior Minister. They've done a good job. I think it's the best time to be a Ghanaian, if you ask me. It's the best time to be called a Ghanaian, looking at what is happening and the initiatives that Ghana is rolling out, not leaving any Ghanaian wherever you find yourself outside the world. For me, is very inspirational. So yes, in terms of security, getting rid of corruption and enhancing a seamless border crossing, for me, is something that we must all applaud, if you ask me.
I'll come back to you again so we can have a conversation around issues of security and all of that, because of course this new visa also comes with some extra information, particularly in regards to African citizens having free access and foreigners having to pay. We'll come back to discuss all of those other security questions subsequently, so please hold on a bit for me. But we have Fred Duho, who is with the Foreign Affairs Ministry, joining us via the phone lines as well. Fred, okay, he's joined us via Zoom. Good morning, and thanks for joining us today.
Good morning, my brother. I trust you are doing well.
Fred, and so, I mean, you're with the Foreign Affairs Ministers. Why this? Why now?
Well, that is a question everyone, I mean, I think the answers are obvious. Obvious because we know we are transitioning from this particular side of analog and accessing services through papers to a digital platform to make it easier for people wanting to visit Ghana at every given point in time. And so why now? The time is now because we feel it is right. we can't wait any longer when the world is moving so fast at a pace where we would always be playing the catch-up race. That wouldn't really augur well with our progress. And so if the world is moving at a very faster pace, it is just proper that we also catch up and be part of this digital world. And I must add that this e-visa, quite recently, when I was also applying for a visa to the UK, that was when I got to know that they are also doing or transitioning from the paper stamp to the e-platform. And so we are not too late. Even if people assume that it's late, it is still better late than never. There are those first world countries who are equally now joining the e-visa platform. And I think Ghana and the stakeholders that be find it necessary that we join the people who want to take the lead across the globe as far as these matters are concerned.
What really it would take to get this e-visa? What process must one go through? Let's walk our viewers through it. So does it mean that people do not have to go to the embassy again? They keep their passports with them. You know, I mean, walk us through it.
At this moment, you don't need a third party. You do not need any middle person. You don't need an agent to guide you in acquiring your visas. It is right in the comfort of your home, in your hand, just on your mobile phone. You should be able to access the portal, apply for a visa wherever you are, and then within 48 hours, you are assured that your visas would be granted or denied. That is, if the security checks prove that you are not worthy or you are not welcome into Ghana, your visa will be denied. So the security protocols are in place to make sure that you are thoroughly screened, your background checks are done, just like my big brother Adam Bona just mentioned, Dr. Adam Bona just mentioned. The fact that we are transitioning to e-visa does not mean that we are losing our guard as far as security matters are concerned. So definitely it is e-visa. You will do it in the comfort of your home, but when you're on the red alert list of any security agency across the globe and you impute your details, when the system flags you, obviously your visa is going to be denied. And so it doesn't mean that we are giving free visas to everyone just to come into our country for the fact that we are transitioning to a digital platform. Now, let me run you through quickly what you are to do when you go to the portal. First, you would have to apply online, and through your application online, you are going to definitely fill the form or complete the application form, just like we do for our passports. After that, you will make your payment, and the payment you can do so via Momo or using your Visa or credit cards. When you are done with payment, you now leave the rest to the officials at the back end. They are now going to take up the initiative to thoroughly scrutinize or screen you properly at the back end and then be satisfied that whoever is coming into the country or the applicant is a genuine person who is literally coming to Ghana to experience our warm hospitality or to do business. And when you leave that to them within 48 hours, your visa is approved. You're going to receive a message to that effect. You just download the PDF version of that e-visa and you go on board the flight, come to Ghana. And now at the airport, that is where you are subjected to another layer of screening, where our immigration officials are going to now confirm that the e-visa that have tallies or corresponds directly with the details in your passport. And when this is confirmed and everything is checked to be right, you are now given the green light. Your passport is stamped on arrival, and you are in Ghana to do business and to also invest in Ghana.
That's really quick. Is there going to be some sort of some AI back end that, as it were, based on the information you give, would be able to immediately double down or narrow, down on this individual who's applied, or all of this is going to be human interfaced. Just give us more particulars on that.
I mean, you've asked right the question. As far as AI is concerned, that has been embedded in the entire system from start to finish. The only place probably where you're going to have some human intervention, where our immigration officials are mandated by their rules of engagement, is at the airport, where they would have to now stamp your passport after screening and satisfied that you are a genuine person entering the country. Maybe another layer of human intervention, which will be invisible to you, the applicant, would be the back end officials who sit in the comfort of their offices and then subject your application to that thorough screening to be sure that indeed you have no hidden records of crime, or you are not on any wanted list. You are just a genuine citizen from your country coming into Ghana to do business. Now, I must also add that our brothers and sisters within the African continent are exempted in terms of paying for this service. The $260 only applies to, foreigners who are coming into this country. Now, foreigners, I must also qualify that aspect of it, because Ghana already has existing visa agreement with about 50 countries. All these 50 countries are equally exempted in this process, so that when they get to Ghana, they are not going to pay for this. They literally would have to come, because we already have this visa agreement with them to visit Ghana anytime, any day.
But, I'll come back to you, but let me talk to Dr. Bona specifically on security. Obviously, because you have mentioned the issues of the about 50 visa waiver agreements that we have with some countries. Doc, if you're still with us, of course, we've opened up our country now for our compatriots, our fellow brothers and sisters on the African continent to still come into our country for free. Does this not lower the bar as far as security is concerned?
No, it's rather the reverse. It makes our checks when it comes to security more enhanced. So you can imagine a fugitive who is running away from the law from one country, and she has that country's passport, and probably he's said that he's coming into Ghana to secure a visa on arrival, as we have had. That person arrives here, touch wood, he gets connected to some corrupt official, a border official. And that border official knows very well this person is a fugitive on the run. And he checks the person into the country. So what that means is that the ability of the airline, remember, airlines are usually one of the layers of checking prospective travelers, who is qualified and who is not qualified. And so with this e-visa, it means that the airlines, you cannot now tell them that probably you get a visa on arrival. You are flagged and you are flagged. And the truth is that if you are a fugitive on the run, you will not arrive here without Ghana knowing, because then your visa is going to be screened. When you do your application online, it's going to be screened, and then within 48 hours, if you are flagged, you are denied. But if you are someone who the country wants you to come in, so we arrest you, then we know that you are coming in, you would arrive and you will be arrested anyway. And so for me, this is rather more enhancing when you talk about border security and our national security, because then it takes away corrupt officials who usually are in bed with criminal gangs, who sometimes come into this country and exit at will. All these things are going to reduce by a substantial number because now the Honorable Foreign Affairs Minister, the Interior Minister, Immigration, those who must know would now know who is coming and who is being granted a visa by a click of a button. And so for me, we are rather enhancing our guard and not lowering our guard. And just like my brother from the Foreign Affairs said, you know, the United Kingdom started rolling out, I think, just about 2 months ago. About 2 months ago, they announced the rollout of their e-visa. And so as far as Ghana is concerned, I think it is timely, better late than never. And it also enhances our ability to seek more waivers when it comes to, Ghana entering into, visa waivers with various countries, because countries want to know what measures have you put in place so that we don't have anybody at all crossing into ours and then, also crossing into yours. I think that this are international best practice when it comes to protection at borders and, safety. So, yes.
Hello? Looks like we've lost Dr. Bona there, but let me come back to you, Fred. Fred, are you still with us? And we can pick it up from where Dr. went off, also still on security. Now, I'm sure you'd agree with me that the strength of, this application that we have now and the strength of visa requests that we are going to be receiving would largely be based on the database that we have of these watch list organizations like what's it called? This
Interpol,
police one.
Interpol.
Oh, Charlie, what am I?
Interpol. Interpol.
Yeah, so Interpol, right? So it's largely going to be based on the strength of Interpol. My concern is that most of these watch lists, as it were, are most often than not very recent or current. So how sure are we, or how confident are we that the info we are going to be getting from these databases would corroborate with what is the reality on the ground, especially for criminals who are likely to seek, visas to enter into our country?
I mean, this would be concern of everyone as far as security is concerned. We have to be safe in as much as we are trying to open up to the world. But I can give you a typical example which has to do with when applying for a Schengen visa. When you're applying to go into any of these European countries, my recent experience taught me that when you apply, the mission in which you're applying from would have to subject you through thorough checks and screening. And by that, it means that all the member states of this Schengen visa countries would have to clear you to say that indeed you are permitted to enter into the Schengen area before you are allowed into any of the entry points. So, for instance, if you are applying through France would have to send a message of your data to all the Schengen member countries, to Switzerland, to Netherlands, and almost all of them, to check that indeed this individual that is applying to do business or do a conference in France is genuine, because it is opened up. When you enter France, you can easily enter into any of the other Schengen countries. That is why all the Schengen member countries would have to subject that particular application to thorough and critical scrutiny. And so this wouldn't be different in our case. We are saying that when you go to this portal and you apply, your data or your application is subjected to the verification across all the security, globally accepted security platforms like Interpol and the other ones, to be sure that you do not have any criminal record. And whether you are on a wanted list, even in your home country, that is subjected to checks before, and this is all going to happen through the intervention of AI-driven security checks. This should be able to happen within 48 hours for the officer to be satisfied that this applicant is indeed, clean. Let me put it that way, to enter into your country, and so give him the green light and to allow him point of entry through your ports. And this is what this whole security checks is about. Like security analyst Adam Bona said, you see, hitherto the previous arrangement was that you apply directly through our embassies across the globe, and then they are able to do the physical checks, interviews, or vetting of your documents to be sure that indeed what you are intending to do in Ghana, they are giving you the go ahead. Now we are removing those human barriers, or we are literally limiting the human interface so that you do this in the comfort of your home, but then we are using advanced system to do these background checks to be sure that you are clean, you are fit and proper to come into Ghana.
I have another question that has to do with the cost bit. We'll come to that one. But before that, would there still be room for some people to still go through the manual process if they want to? For people who are not, of course, maybe well-versed technologically to be able to go through the electronic process or the online process, would you still have room where people can go through the manual processes like already exists?
All the options, I must say, are on the table, because sometimes technology may fail and you would have to resort to the traditional method of application. That is not being ruled out, but we must emphasize that at this moment, since the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, launched this e-visa platform together with the Foreign Affairs Minister yesterday, that has come into effect, and that is the accepted platform through which you can apply and come into this country if you are outside Ghana. Then, like you rightly said, it doesn't mean that our brothers on the continent of Africa are not going to apply. They will definitely apply. The only aspect of which the magnanimity of the president, and for that matter, Ghana, is extending to our brothers is that apply and come, but you are not going to pay the cost component of the application. And that is what we sought to do. Yes, we are hoping that there wouldn't be any technical glitches, but provisions should be made. That's why the interface is so easy to access. You are able to just go online, fill the application form, and upload your documents, and then make your payment and leave the rest to the back-end officers to do. And when you arrive here in person, the immigration officials are able to do the rest. Obviously, you will definitely find someone in your home who can assist you to go through the application process. But that notwithstanding, the interface is very friendly and is easy to access.
They're telling our African brothers and sisters not to pay. They should come in for free. And we are telling the non-Africans to pay $260, if I'm right.
Of course.
How does Rock Africa cover their costs? And how do we benefit as well as a state? How do we make some money from this?
Well, as rightly said by the Foreign Affairs Minister, Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa yesterday, covering the cost has to do with the fact that, one, we don't want to burden the Ghanaian taxpayer, and so that component is taken off our shoulders. The only thing we are hoping to achieve here is that this private company, through a PPP arrangement, is able to operate this over a long period of time, recoup their money over the period, and while also the government or the state also benefits from this arrangement. It would have been that probably we want to secure this arrangement as a state, and that is going to come probably at a very high cost. We may not be able to bear looking at our current economic situation. So definitely it is an arrangement that one has taken off the cost or the burden off the shoulders of the taxpayer. But then again, the state is also not oblivious of the fact that we are into business and would have to engage meaningfully to gain from some of these arrangements.
Concluding remarks, but let me go back to Dr. Bona to pick it up from where he left off. Doc.
Yes, thank you very much. And let me acknowledge my brother Fred. I think he's doing a good job around he's doing a good job around these things. And I owe him some coconuts. He knows what I'm talking about. So I think when he's done, he should call me for the coconuts. Yes. But like I was saying, and you heard Fred articulate a lot of them. Now, we are able to tell who is coming in and out of this country. It doesn't matter who you are. The state must know in terms of security. The more we get to know who is coming in and who is leaving, the more our chances of catching the bad guys. We only want the good guys to come in. And so as far as I'm concerned, Ghana would rather earn more. I think you asked the question about how do we benefit. If we want a lot more Africans to come here and come and have vacation, they should visit the entirety of this country. I go to the Volta region a lot because of the green. They should visit, parts of this country and spend. That is the essence of the founders of this country, or the founder of this country, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, one of the foremost Pan-Africanists that touched, this earth. And so mine is, it's good to ask other Africans to come, but of course, we should be wary of who is coming. And I think this e-visa platform is a platform that would help us enhance our national security. And for where I sit, in terms of managing firearms and light weapons, I will tell you that this is good news, because every now and then you find a certain weapon, and probably the weapon is connected to somebody who is not in Ghana. You trace it through probably the Interpol platform, and is registered to somebody who is not in Ghana. It means that if it's registered to someone who is not in Ghana and the person applies for e-visa, straight away the person is going to be flagged. It is either we allow you in and we arrest you for trading in arms into our country, or we deny you the visa. But this ability, it was more or less very difficult to deal with this, because then yes, you have traced a weapon that is linked to someone who is in country Z, and the person probably sells these weapons and even comes in, he registered them in his country and sells them into our country. You trace it to him. Now what can you do? But now it means that you apply for e-visa. I can sit in the comfort of my office and probably be able to know that this person is someone of interest because of a certain firearm we traced that went into his address in his country, or his country address. So for me, it's a very good thing, and we must all part the Foreign Affairs Minister, the Interior Minister, and most importantly, His Excellency, the President, for this rollout.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bona. We're most grateful for your time with us this morning. I'm sure that when anything comes up again, we would come back to you for further conversations as far as this is concerned.
Thank you.
Fred, let me take your concluding remarks before we exit the studio.
And when I say I believe, I mean the government of the day to ensure that trade among African countries is enhanced. At the moment, we are doing less than, or is hovering around 20%, which is woefully inadequate. And so the free opportunity for Africans to apply for visas in the comfort of their homes and come to Ghana or travel any part across the continent to do business, this would further cement that. And we are believing that this would also encourage our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, for instance, in the US, UK, Jamaica, and the rest, to come to Ghana to explore our tourism potentials. Ghana has remained a destination of choice, and we are believing that this e-visa should be able to enhance this service. I have received countless calls since I took up this position of people asking in the US that, can you assist me have a visa booking? I have already applied for visa and it's taken forever for it to be approved. Now this has come to eliminate all these bottlenecks, and so they should just take advantage of it. $260 shouldn't mean so much to them, looking at the fact that they would have to apply manually, travel all the way to our embassy wherever it is in a particular country to get their passport or visas, or even FedEx sending it to. This e-visa has come to eliminate all these bottlenecks, and we are believing the numbers should show up and bring in that economic gain to the country. Thank you very much for having me.
Really insightful conversation there. We're most grateful, and we'll definitely be reaching out to you again subsequently on similar conversations. And so viewers, there you have it. The e-visa was launched yesterday here in Accra. And so if you're out there and you want to visit Ghana, $260. Apply online, 48 hours, you have your visa. And I mean, I for one am witness to the kind of struggles that a lot of our compatriots, especially in Europe and America, the challenges that they face to be able to get a visa to come to Ghana. You know, some of them talk about how rude some of the embassy staff have been to them in the past, missing passports. You know, the visas come and the information is mixed up and all of that. We're hoping that finally this e-visa thing brings some finality to these challenges. And so there you have it, Adam Bona, Doc, and then of course Fred Duho, who is a media relations guy at the Foreign Affairs Ministry, have put some more details to it. Randy?
Yeah, I mean, so I think it's a way to go. They've all knew this, and it will break out that sort of middlemen and their behavior, like you mentioned, that sometimes you go to the embassies and the people are so rude to you and all of that. So it takes away the bottlenecks, as Fred also mentioned. And I think we need to applaud the president together with the entire government for coming up with this one. There is more to come, I guess.
Absolutely.
We can't always be the last to join the change. Like Adam, doctor mentioned, I think UK, he mentioned that.
I mean, even America still does stamp. All these Schengen countries, they still do, stamp in your passport and all of that. I think we're moving. We must get to a point where even the passport just becomes like a card, small card that, you can all have it on your phone where you can just walk through the airport, tap some machine and then walk through. I mean, thanks to technology, I'm sure a lot of those things. Those things are changing. So we'll definitely get there. And that's how we draw curtains for today. But don't forget that at 3 p.m. today, we'll bring you the live broadcast of the Yengo versus Keta Football Club.
So let me tell you, interestingly, these two teams have won their first games. So this is actually the ongoing Volta Regional Football Association Middle League. So this is the winner from the Middle League qualifies to the Division 1 League. Interestingly, in this group, Yengo won their first game 2-1. And today is their second game. Keta also won their first game, so they both have 3 points. 3 points,
The
difference is just, I think, 1 goal difference between Keta and then Yengo. A win for Yengo means they are already in the finals. You get it. So so we'll keep our eyes on this particular one.
At 3 p.m. we'll bring you that broadcast. If you have not done your donation to the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, please do that this morning. *255#. *255#. Please make your donation to the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. And I'm just about doing mine before we walk out of here. *255# is the number. That's a short code to make your donation to the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. Minimum of 10 Ghana cedis. If you can do more, please do. But let's support the Ghana Medical Trust Fund to keep doing the work that they are doing. There's some fantastic news that is also coming up, that Kolebu Hospital is likely to get a 500-bed children hospital unit, very soon. It's a project that would come out soon, and is led by one very revered chief in our country. I'm sure that as the days draw nearer, there'll be more information on that. When I heard the news yesterday, I was elated. I was glad and happy that we are beginning to take healthcare serious and willing to invest heavily in it. So yes, so *255# donate to the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. I have just done mine, and yeah, so that has been completed. So please donate to the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. Let's support this revolutionary idea. So I think that is that for the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's celebrate some birthdays and then
absolutely.
So yeah, 26th May 2026. Happy birthday to all of you celebrating your birthday today. So let's begin with an amazing personalities. Charlie, call your birthday, Menele. Happy birthday to you, Pawi. Celebrate you so much. So let's start with Christabel Techibia Equia Impeti. Yeah, this is coming from your bestie AJ to you. She says, thank you for being the kind of person who brings peace, laughter, and happiness into my life so effortlessly. Through every good moment, leave me alone, and every difficult one, you have remained real, caring, and supportive. I honestly don't know what I'll do without you. I pray this new age brings you joy, success, good health, genuine love, and everything your heart secretly wishes for. May life always be kind to you because you truly deserve the best. Keep shining, keep smiling, and never forget how loved you are. Grateful, forever grateful for our friendship. So yeah, Christabel Techibia Equia Impeti, happy birthday.
Charlie, who has sent you a message like that before?
This one said bestie, AJ.
That's what I'm asking.
Charlie, bestie.
Who send you? Somebody draft message like that, send you before. You have to throw your friends
Grace,
away. They are
happy
not
birthday.
They are not correct.
Fine Karim. He says I should
send me her Momo number. Send me a Momo number.
Christabel.
I owe her
5,000 Ghana cedis.
I owe her lunch from Ambe.
Okay.
Yeah, or catfish from what's the name of this place? Oh, God of Abraham.
Away from Christabel, please. Let's move on to the next celebrant for this morning here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. To my ever amazing baby girl, Frida Ofe. Happy birthday to you, sweetie. I love you so much, and yes, this year is a serious year, but yeah, we thank God for everything, and we pray for many more years of bigger and better opportunities our way. Lots of money, good health, blessings on every side, and know that I love you and I appreciate you so much. Since 2017 up to now, almost 10 years of friendship. Frida, I love you.
Oh,
happy birthday to you, my sweetie.
Too sweet.
The rest of the things, I'll buy Vitamilk for you.
Go and buy her catfish from Catfish Corner.
You don't understand the
buy her catfish.
Okay, sweetie, I don't know. You eat catfish
from Catfish Corner.
Okay, so Hachu. Karim will buy catfish for you.
I said me
from Catfish.
I owe Christabel.
So add sweetie to
lunch
it.
from Catfish Corner.
Okay, and sweetie.
Who is sweetie?
My love, Frida. So Frida.
Sweetie, oh.
Karim, see where she is far, so we'll take the money. Okay, thank you very much. I'll send you her Momo number. So Frida, I love you and have a great one. Away from Frida, let's see who we are celebrating again this morning. Gertrude Mensah, happy birthday to you. This is coming from Evergreen Asantua here at WoezorTV to you. She wishes you a blessed day, filled with lots of God's blessing and God's love. So yeah, have a great one. Have a beautiful year. Away from her, let's see who we are celebrating again. Priscilla, Monica, and Penny Sewa Edubofo. From your siblings, they wish you a blessed birthday. They said to us a second mother, a sister, friend, a counselor, partner in good deeds. We thank God for you, a priceless gift, divine provision made for us and the world at large. How we love you, adore and cherish you. We continue to pray you well, and we are very proud of you, your resilience, determination, courage, and proactiveness. Happy birthday. So Priscilla, this is from your siblings to you. They wish you a blessed day. Away from her, let's see who we are celebrating again. Abna Bedua, happy birthday to you. May your year be blessed, may your year be great. Yes, have a great one. Abna Bedua. Away from Abna, let's see who we are celebrating again this morning. Minister AC Hooper, happy birthday to you. This is coming from the entire DCI family. They wish you a blessed year, an amazing one. So yeah, cheers to every good thing and your increase on every side. Happy birthday to you. Away from AC, let's see who we are celebrating again. Oheneba William, happy birthday to you, sir. May your year be blessed, and we wish the very best that life has got to offer. Happy birthday. Is that all? We still have some more. Okay, so that will be it for birthdays this morning. Okay, Clenam Denzel Kete, happy birthday to you, Clenam. May this year be a great year for you, and may this year be beautiful. Have a great year. So this is coming from your husband to you. We wish you the very best that life has got to offer. Have a blessed year. Have a great year. Happy birthday to you. Away from her, do we still have some more? Okay, so before we wrap up, finally, let's put up Elikem's flyer again. Yesterday on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe, we spoke about Elikem, the 8-month-old baby boy who has this rare congenital heart defects. How
much do we need for Elikem?
It's a lot. In dollars, like about 20,000. It's a lot. It's a lot.
That's 200,000 cedis.
It's a lot of money, but they have to fly him to India. So please, the numbers are on the screen. Please, let's save little Elikem's life.
It's 200,000 cedis.
I think it's more than that. It's a lot
$20,000. If you convert, it's roughly about 200,000 cedis.
Well,
if we look at the currency, even if the dollar is at 12, that's like 240,000, 220,000 cedis.
Right.
If we get 2,000 people to give us 1,000 cedis each,
we know
to give us 100 cedis each. Sorry. Or if we get 100 people to give us 2,000 cedis each, we should be able to raise this money for the young chap. I'm sure that amongst our circles, we can identify some. You can identify some 10 people who can give you, 2,000 cedis. Randy should be able to identify some 10 people who can give him 2,000 cedis.
Yeah.
I should be able to identify some 10 people who can give me 2,000 cedis. And if you are watching us this morning, I'm sure within your circles, you can identify some people who can give you some amount of money. That's how I like to look at fundraisers. I like to break the amount down and say, look, if it's 200,000, if 2,000 people are giving me 100 cedis each, I should be able to make that amount. Ghana has a population of over 35 million people. Getting a fraction of that to give you 100 cedis, we should be able to raise this amount for Elikem. So if you're watching us this morning, don't just think it's only about you, but who do you know who can help you raise that amount? If you can give us 10 people, 20 people, 50 people who will bring 100 cedis each, we are going to be moving towards something. And little drops of water maketh a mighty ocean. So I think let's break down the contribution. And let's identify that we need this number of people to give us this amount of money. And I'm sure we can easily raise this money in the next 24 to 48 hours.
Right, certainly.
For the little boy.
Yeah.
It's so possible.
Let's do what? Let's send in our widows' minds and help.
So there is some good news. Good news, as Karim just mentioned.
Right.
There is a personal donation of 20K.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, from the big man himself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I don't know if should we put his name out.
Once.
Yeah. The CEO has started. Yes. So just as you mentioned, identify people in your circles, and then the donations will be made. So our CEO has made the significant step, or he has taken the significant step by showing leadership.
So our boss Stan Dogbe has donated 20,000 cedis.
How much are you donating today?
I'll donate 5,000 cedis today to also add up to what my boss has donated. Yes.
I will also give 10% of my salary.
So we are getting
10% of your salary.
So we are getting somewhere. So Randy, how much are you also bringing?
How much is
no? She doesn't want to disclose.
10% of my salary.
10% of her salary. That's all that matters.
All right, I'm giving 10% of my salary too.
So Randy is also doing 10%.
Yeah, I'm giving 10% of my salary. So Boss J, please 10% from Nas May salary. 10% of Randy's May salary too.
And then
for
take 5,000 cedis from my May salary as well.
Okay.
So that is my contribution to Elikem's. So that is from.
But seriously, we now we go raise the money in house. We go raise the money. Clenam too should give 10%. I mean, The entire WoezorTV squad.
I'm sure when we meet after the show, we'll decide at our level how much everybody would be willing to. But I think that we're getting somewhere, and so we should be able to raise this amount for early camp. 20,000 from our boss alone is 10% off the amount that is needed, and so we are getting somewhere.
Okay.
You just imagine we get 9 other people to bring 20,000. We are done.
Yeah.
We are done. So we'll get there.
So we are looking for how many people to give 20,000?
We need 9 people.
9 people.
Yes.
So now we have 1.
Now our boss has brought. No, we needed 10. Our boss has brought 1.
So we are left with 9 people.
Yes, to make the 180,000.
Charlie, guys, we can do it.
It's possible.
By Friday we should close this.
Yes.
By Friday we should close this.
Let's close the donation.
So every morning, I mean, we should remind our viewers on it also. So we beg you, me the kupuna mi yamayo kata mi akoma. Mi akpe deli kem pa agbenchi. So number ima la fima mi akomi apa gajojo. Nothing is too small to say otherwise. Kitua bien soa. Kitua bien soa. Enti muya mun sendi kakra. Number edasu. I think throughout the day and throughout the remaining days as well, we'll keep it on.
Absolutely.
As well.
But thank you to our boss. For
leadership.
By example. Yes. For opening the gates and for inspiring us.
20K.
God bless you, sir.
If you know be small thing like myself, I do 15 before.
Like go do 100K.
If you know it's small thing, I way out. I like I won't put hand for pocket and I say, let me also give some 20K. But you boss as you can't compete. No,
you can't give more than your boss.
You can't give more than your boss.
Who born you? Are you mad? You have to pass back and go and give it to your boss and say, boss, you add it to your own on my behalf. And there was a day I went for a book launch, and when they were auctioning the book, somebody paid. And then the other person, there was another big man in the room who says, actually, his big brother has already given this amount, so he can't. Then his big brother said, no, you give. I would raise mine. Charlie, like money stop nonsense. Yes, but let's do this for little Elicam. Let's do this for little Elicam. We can raise it by Friday.
Yeah, we are closing the account on Friday.
200,000. Let's raise it and help the family to take care of little Elicam. So if you're watching WoezorTV, please do well to send the donations to little Elicam. Let's save a life.
All right, Charlie, guys, thank you. Thank you so much this morning. Now, on that note, serve us the breakfast.
Serve breakfast.
But we are done talking. It's time to chop.
Take us home.
Take us to the dining table. Are we doing upstairs or downstairs? Oh, fine. On fang pie.
What is that?
On fang pie.
It means what?
Close us.
Pa is a different thing. Pa is like blow, like trumpet. Or pa.
Okay. Pa.
Stop. Close.
Yes, close.
Pa. You find on that note, one that she work and she joined us on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe this morning. Oba, you are small lady. One diver grass and twice she wonder Godfred and Wafu Shike. Production team be a fair many, like a here be a ne, Kaja 7 a.m. I don't care about she be a name, one than she. Near ne, Yan and Nuchuman on the Nequan on the Chuani, Nibini Bano Buttes and me a Jim or me. Koni, call Yano, no WoezorTV, in a fine elegant men where Yaquan in the house, blood and bacon wishka, Koni, when you watch Lehila, and on that note say, Benuka Wati. Bye bye.
Charlie, what if they go sell the company?